Oh, who's going to do the introduction? Hi, my name is Wonderful Will Greenwood, and his name is?
I'm Tom Park. Welcome to the Hado World Cup 2025 here in Shanghai.
Wonderful stuff. So actually, he's the terrific Tom. I was Wonderful Will, and then that's terrific Tom. He doesn't like to say it, so I had to say it for him. So
Don't like blowing my own trumpet. Well, hi everyone. Welcome wherever you are. Hopefully you're enjoying your day, night, or evening, or whatever time of zone you're in. We are going to be seeing some excellent games of Hado today. We got to see an excellent opening ceremony last night. Saw an exhibition game between some of the teams. But to be fair, we've got plenty of teams. They're all very good. I'm not quite sure who's going to win.
Well, to be honest, I've got quite a lot of my bucks on Japan. I'm not going to lie. I've got quite a lot of the bucks on Japan, but UK is also looking quite strong, and I've got to represent the UK guys, really.
We are from the UK, so we're obviously a little bit biased, but I do think Japan are obviously the favourites. They've been playing very well. I do think, however, China's in for a good shout. Their team looked very strong when I saw them play. Korea is also very good, but again, it's so difficult to tell because all the teams are very good. We will talk a bit about what's going to be happening. We're going to be trying to commentate as we go. If you've not,
trying.
If you've not seen Hado before, we will try to explain it as well. So I'll do a bit of an explanation now, but it'll make more sense when we actually see the first game start. So effectively, it's an AR sport. The players are all going to be wearing headsets, and they're going to throw energy orbs at each other. When they're throwing energy orbs at each other, they're trying to knock out the opposite player. They're going to do that by hitting a petal in front of them. That's the court that somebody's put up there for you. And so you'll have a red and a blue team. Each team will have 3 people. They'll be trying to knock each other out. And once you knock somebody out, they're out of the game for 3 seconds, and then they come back in.
See, the one thing that's wonderful about this dynamic is Tom is the clever one, and I'm the funny, weird one.
That is fair. I will be trying to keep track of stats and things like that.
Yeah.
But don't get Will wrong. He's also our background is we actually played back when Hado was brought over to the UK back in 2019. We were okay. We were pretty good.
Grandmasters.
Is that what you're claiming?
Yeah, we are the grandmasters of the Hado UK world. I would like to say. So the Mr. Miyagis, that is definitely us.
That's what we're claiming. Okay.
Yeah. We teach people the ways of not falling over and throwing energy orbs.
I'll see how the UK team do, and I'll claim whether I trained any of them later.
Right, good work.
We are in the North Bund, actually, if that's put up on your screen right now. So this is a beautiful venue that they've put on for us over here. So the actual stage you're looking at right now is the main stage. That's actually on a boat that is on the river. We're at the North Bund, directly opposite what I think is the financial district.
You've also got the Pearl Tower on the top right of your screen there, and it's just disappeared.
100%. So we've got 2 groups. We've got Group A and Group B. Group A, we've got Team Spain, the Underballs. I need to be careful how I say that. Hado USA, Hado England, Greece, Team Mass, Hado Wales, Hado K from Korea, Team Down Under, and Cyprus.
And in Group B, we have Hado Scotland, we have Hado Turkey, and Mista, which is the Japan team, which is my Bucks are going. We have Laichak, Red Dragon, New Zealand, Hado E-Blacks, which is a fantastic play on words of the All Blacks, which I'm a very big fan of that. We have Hado France, Strike, and Moorish. So I'm very excited for this to come on, and I really think it's going to be quite a lot of energy. That's the biggest thing.
I think so. I mean, so we had a bit of rain here yesterday, which I think was causing some people to be...
A bit?
It was pretty rainy. So as you can see there on the screen, someone's very handily put a graphic that's going to explain things. We're trying to keep track of things as we go. But effectively, the different positions in the A and B group will then go to a knockout stage later on. So the A1 position will end up being versus the B4 and so on. So it is actually worth winning your group because it puts you in a better position later on in the knockout stages to get through to the semi-final, etc.
Well, we're straight back to the actual stage itself, and this is where we're going to talk about again. Before I was cut off, if you look at the Pearl Tower on the far right-hand side, very, very nice views. And also, if you ever come here, make sure to go see the North Bund at night.
It looks beautiful. You get the whole city lights up, quite frankly. Again, last night during the opening ceremony, we were trying not to get distracted by all the cool graphics that are happening in all the buildings around us.
Yeah, well, I think try is a very much of an understatement because I like shiny things, and anything shiny will distract me. So that's just usually how it goes. So, Tom, how many slides, rolls, jumps do you think is going to happen today?
I think there'll be a lot of sliding.
That's what we want.
I think there'll be a lot of kneeling, going down low, maybe some lying down. I think there'll be less rolling.
Would you want to tell the viewers why is that actually?
Yeah, so the way the tracking system works, you have to look at the screen in front of you, and to try and prevent any disconnects, they're going to sort of basically ban 360 moves where you look away from the banner that you're looking at.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't roll. You just need to roll without looking away from the banner, so you've got to kind of roll on the floor.
Okay, so like you're aiming in front of you, continuously staring in front of you, just rolling sideways.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. See, that's what we need to see.
Otherwise known as the rigs.
Now that's what we need to see. If we don't see that today, I think I'll be very disappointed. So I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to get something where I might have to have a word with some of the teams, see if they could do it. I might score them some points.
I'm just going to comment on what's going on the screen right now. So this is scenes from today. The entire northern section that we're in has been set up as a massive Hado entertainment zone. There's various courts, including the main stage, and basically lots of people having fun.
Well, when you say lots of people having fun, I think we're having the most fun. We get to sit in a very nice area whilst watching people play an absolutely amazing sport.
100%, 100%. But there you go. So that's another version of Hado. Look there, you can fight dragons. That will not be what the players today will be fighting, apart from in their spare time. But that is the sort of thing that you can get up to.
I don't know. Some players might get a bit heated today.
It would
make... They could turn into dragons.
Cool. We're just getting a heads up that we might be going to a court nearby soon to start one of the games.
Of course, so we need to tell all of the athletes that they need to go straight to the courts and get sorted.
That'd be right. I mean, it would make an interesting final if they just halfway through changed it completely and threw a dragon in.
Oh, well, that's what we need.
That would be a bit weird.
Well, I think it'd be quite anime.
It would be very anime.
And then there's a dragon!
There's nothing more anime than Hado. It's literally throwing energy orbs at the enemy. It's great.
Right, okay, so we're on the big screen.
We're on the big screen. I'm waving to myself.
Exactly. So the one thing that we like about this is the big screen.
100%. I'm famous. It sounds like they put me through a speaker.
Yes.
This is brilliant.
Yeah,
hello, everyone. Hope you're having fun.
We need to ask all of the players to head to the stage. Just want to let you all know, all athletes, please head to the stage.
Yeah, head to your appropriate places because we're going to have some games starting at 12, which is in about 1 minute.
Yes, and I think we need to stay on this screen because I think it loves us.
It does. My magnificent beard. I don't know, I now feel like we should be having a giant fight in the skyscrapers at the back.
Oh, okay, why? Because we're on a big screen?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Well, that's all good.
So, who's your money on in, I'm not sure which game we're going to see first, but who's your money on in the opening games?
Well, the thing is, so I've got USA here. We actually...
US.
2025 Hado 世冠杯首次登陆中国，全球20支超能战队集结上海。G 世代 A2 竞技王者决战东方之巅。
Hado Fight！
5月23日至5月25日，上海北外滩，沉浸未来运动。 2025 Hado World Cup made its debut in China. 20 elite teams from worldwide converge in Shanghai. Witness Gen Z's top art athletes face off at the peak of the East.
Hado, fight on!
May 23rd to 25th, northbound, Shanghai Port International Passenger Terminal. Immerse yourself in future sports.
Right, welcome everyone. We're about to have a game between the USA and, was it Cyprus?
It was indeed.
Who's your money on?
I've already said, I think my money's on USA.
Okay, so I will then back Cyprus because we need to cheer. We need to cheer for both teams.
You always do this.
Well, we've got to pick both teams. I do think that both. Here we go. So they're coming out now. So that's Team USA, who are very good players. We've actually played against them previously in the UK.
We have indeed.
How would you describe their play style?
Fast, very aggressive, and also extremely accurate.
Yeah, I think they're very agile. So Paris, who's the player on their right there, is probably one of the best players at like getting high then low because he's quite tall. So
yeah,
when he changes height, that makes quite a big difference because it means the other team actually have to actively look down in order to target him when he goes low. And then if he jumps up high, their shots often will miss underneath where he just was.
He usually slides around, jumps around. You know, he's never sitting still usually. But from from the game that we saw yesterday. I'm intrigued to see how people play.
100%. Here we got Cyprus on the screen here, which will be coming out shortly, I suspect, onto this lovely main stage here on the river. Hopefully they don't fall off into the water. If so, hopefully they swim.
Oh wow, Hydro Hado.
Yeah, here's Team Cyprus looking very flash.
They look ready to go.
They do, looking confident.
Have you been to Cyprus?
I've never been.
It's very nice.
Is it warm?
It is warm.
Then they may have an advantage because I'm not 100% that the USA team are going to be quite as used to the warmth.
Yes.
That being said, it's actually not too bad today.
Yeah, it's around 23 degrees, but the sun is out and it feels like 28.
That's true.
So,
And there we also just had a shot of the excellent ref that's going to be refereeing the game today. As you can see, all the players have got their headsets around their necks ready to put on, and they've got their armbands on. So the wrist sets is where they're going to be setting their stats. The 4 main stats of the game are bullet speed, how fast the orb travels, bullet scale, how large it is, charge rate, how fast they can charge energy to shoot, and shields, which means how strong your shield is and how many you're going to have.
okay, Tom, do me a favour. Can you tell us why they've got these bands around their actual units on their arms? What's the reason?
So they're holding. So basically, the wrist pieces detect when you throw an energy orb, and they can sometimes wiggle a little bit. So what players at the top level have started doing is using an extra band to hold it very securely in place. It can be a bit uncomfortable for long periods of time, but for a game like this where you want to make sure that it's picking up your movement exactly right, it's a really good idea to avoid any kind of misfires or anything.
Perfect. So it's all about efficiency.
100%. It's getting things as tight as you can get them.
Well, you like efficiency, I like rolling and sliding and jumping.
That's fair, and we're definitely going to see some of that, I think. It'll be interesting to see, because obviously this is the first game.
What about a backflip?
If someone pulls a backflip off, I will be impressed, and we will have to make a note of it to give them a vote for MVP or something.
Terrific, Tom. Impressed.
I would be impressed with a backflip, I'll be honest. Look at that view. That aerial view, which was amazing.
I thought you meant me.
Obviously.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So, I believe it's best 2 out of 3, but we'll find out. But we're going to have the 2 teams getting started shortly. We're waiting for the signals from the ref to take their position. There we go.
Yes.
So he's just given the signal. He's getting the teams into their position. He'll be giving some signals in a minute in order to get their headsets on.
Is it given what?
We'll get signals from the ref in order to get them to put headsets on.
Because I heard from you.
Oh, well, clearly I had a bit of a brain moment.
You're okay, don't worry. I always have a brain moment.
But here we go, they're looking like they're getting ready. Now, one key thing is they're going to possibly not want to give away what their stats are. And so there could be a bit of shenanigans at the start here, where they don't try and fire after entering the game. Because once you've entered the game and you fire an energy orb, the other team can actually see it, and they can work out what size your orbs are and things like that. And it can give away something about your tactics.
Or if you get someone like Tom, who would shake people's hands before the game so he can read their actual handset.
There's no evidence of that. I never got caught. But no, it is one of those things. So you may notice that players will sometimes stand slightly bladed, so they don't show their wrist piece to the opposite team.
Right.
So there's all sorts of things like that. We could have the reason for that is that if you take shields, for example, and the other team work out that, then they can take a high charge rate to counter that shield. So they're going to be trying to avoid giving that sort of stuff away.
Counting shields.
Okay, so we've got the ref put his arm up. He's just checking that Team Cyprus is ready.
Oh, his arm's down now, though.
Yeah, I think he was just double checking.
Okay.
And they're trying to respond.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Look at that from the supporters down. I think that's the coach, isn't it?
It is. And having someone on the team on the side of the pitch is actually very useful shouting, because they can sometimes spot stuff from where they are that the players on the pitch can't. Yeah. So the fourth man is actually a vital role.
Wow, that's what we need. We need things, well, I like to call them spotters. So what you're doing is you're spotting whether someone's sick. Remember the smiling sniper I spoke about yesterday?
100%, yeah.
Someone sat at the back, not moving, trying to
shout out.
Yeah, exactly. Someone who's trying to sit there, kneel, not be seen, while the other 2 players are running around quite fast. Because what that does is, it means they can sit down and they can pretty much fire orbs accurately.
It's one of those things, when you're playing the game, it's going to be really weird, because your peripheral vision is difficult to see all the special effects.
I've never seen this view.
This is a good view.
This is a great view.
So when you're playing, like watching it from the third person allows you to have a much better understanding of where everyone the court is. When you're actually in there and you're looking at the enemy, the other players, it's sometimes difficult to keep track of where everyone is on the court.
I prefer the enemy.
The enemy, we go with that. But exactly what you were talking about yesterday, if you can get somebody in a position that no one's noticed him, or they can take lots of shots.
We need to get the enemy.
Yeah.
Like that. Is that dramatic enough?
It is indeed. We seem to have a cameraman on pitch at the moment, also getting some pictures. Look at that aerial view.
Oh, that view. You know, we have been spoilt rotten with what we've had since being here.
I mean, look at, so, I mean, if you look at the bottom right of that image, it was the Bund where we are. Look at this. Cameras on the pitch.
Oh.
Paris looking a bit
I don't know.
nervous or just
I know. I
getting
think
his feet together.
I don't think he looks nervous. I think he looks sharp.
That's fair. These are the moments you really want to get the game going.
Yeah.
You don't want to be stood there for too long. But we'll see how they do. Here's got some lovely audience members. Absolute shout out to the audience. Hopefully they're going to enjoy some of this awesome games. I'm just watching the Korean teams currently sat in the front row. There's definitely an element of watching the opposite teams who you're going to be playing later.
Oh, yeah.
To try and work out what they're doing.
But that's the thing, you know, at the end of the day, you need the people, like the spotters that we were talking about earlier, to watch the other games.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's so many games going on at the moment.
100%.
You have to have people who are going to watch these games for you, tell you what they're good at, what they're bad at, what stats you think they've used. These are really big things that are going to help you get in front of the other team.
It's also going to be interesting to see if people pull out their best play in the first game. There is an element of you sometimes will conceal some of your better tactics for later in the day.
But that's a risk.
It is a risk.
Because if you lose, that's a risk.
And you've only got 80 seconds, so you can't adjust very easily. Like if your choices at the start of the game aren't great, you might find that you regret it 40, 50 seconds into the game.
Yeah. And like you say, you know, if they roll too much, they could end up in the Bund.
Oh, 100%.
End up in the river. Oh, these crowd members are really shouting now. I think we're almost ready to go. They're all getting warmed up and stretching.
I was about to say, if they go now, they'll run into the cameraman, so I'm pretty certain we'll get a bit of a heads up.
Well, that's what we want.
Cameramen never get hurt, right?
Exactly.
So they'll be fine.
You never see, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, we know how it is. The cameraman always survives.
Okay, so it is worth mentioning they're on the court is dimensions are normally about 6 meters wide by about 10 meters, but you aren't allowed in the opposite team's half. So they've got a centre line. Generally, they're allowed to run up to that centre line, and they won't generally step out the edge of the court either. So what I would say is you should see during this game some people pushing that centre position. If they're not, it generally means they're a bit on the back foot, and they're being pinned against the back wall from a volume of fire or just nervousness of running forward.
Yeah, or they're not playing that aggressive. You know, they're looking for that either a bit of accuracy with a lot of head movement. Because what we saw yesterday was not much head movement, which was needed.
I do think yesterday. I think yesterday we might have had a lack of movement, actually, mainly because there was a bit of water on the court.
There was,
and I think they were being careful because I don't think anyone wanted to trip yesterday, just before the main games today. And also I think there was an element of what we were saying earlier about people not necessarily wanting to give away any of their tricks.
Yeah, but sliding. Sliding. They could have been sliding.
If you'll notice, a lot of the players have knee pads on. That's to and sometimes they'll have low friction
knee straps,
sort of straps and things like that, and that's to allow them to slide, go to a knee very quickly without injuring themselves whilst crossing quite big distances on the court.
We didn't have that in our day. Back in our day, we just got scraped knees and no skin.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating this to the audience at home. We used to play on concrete.
We did.
Because we didn't have a proper floor on the first court that we built in the UK. We later on improved it, but there is an element of street Hado back in the day.
This is why we're telling you, we're the veterans, we're the grandmasters. We back in our day, we used to play on concrete.
Okay, but be honest, if me and you are on the court right now, do you reckon we'd beat either of these teams?
Nope, we'd be out of breath and not doing very well. It'd be awful.
Yeah. Dear. It is one of those things. It is interesting though, and it's difficult to explain unless you've played it. There's an element of this game that is being able to beat the person in front of you by predicting their dodging. That's sometimes difficult to see from the third person. So it's going to be interesting to see how quickly these players are looking like we're getting started.
I like that kind of view though.
That is very good.
That gives us a good, the viewers at home, a really good way of seeing what it's like to actually shoot at someone with head movement.
100%. I have seen it occasionally. They go to first person, but I don't know if they're going to pull it off today. But when you go back to the AR view, you'll see that there is basically the petals we were talking about that are made up of 4 segments. If they knock one of those petals completely out, that's a point for your team. That person's out for 3 seconds.
All 4 petals, yeah? So all 4 petals, once gone, that's when you get a point for your team.
100%. There are some tactics where if you find yourself only on 1 petal left, it's actually can be an advantage because it makes it easier to dodge because your target area is smaller. But what you often find is the other team will target the people that have only got 1 petal left just to try and get rid of them as a way to get a point.
That could also be a tactic because if that person with the 1 petal is the best person at dodging, then it actually makes sense for them to go, oh, all right, everyone, aim for me. You're not going to touch me, whilst the other two players pick off the people shooting.
100%. As you can see there on the screen just now, we've got, I believe, a Chinese commentary team just down the road from us who are doing an excellent job, which I believe is getting broadcast on Chinese national television.
It is,
so
yeah, it's on live television.
Shout out, hopefully the Chinese populace is also enjoying a bit of Hado today.
Well, yeah, of course they are. Everyone's enjoying it.
Indeed.
Well, you wait till it comes on.
Right,
oh, here we go. Oh, look at these stats.
Okay, so we've got a shield build coming out of the blue team, which is Cyprus.
And
so
we're off. Okay, look how good. See, look how hard this is to actually hit. You can this is a perfect view. Look how hard this actually is to hit these petals when you look at the amount of movement they're actually doing.
So the middle player there on the Cyprus team is the shielder. So there you go. So a level 5 shield going up.
They're all going to attack this.
The USA team will be knocking that shield down pretty quick.
1-0 to USA. Oh, this is actually really good head movement.
Cyprus, what they need to be doing is basically trying to get some knockouts now while they've got the shields up, because once all their shields are gone, they're going to find it very tough to come back. I think that was the last shield from the shield going out.
So you know what we were talking about earlier, the person with the one petal? Look at the amount of head movement they're doing. That's exactly what they wanted. Now, they've lost them all. Now they've got to shield USA.
I was about to say, so you can see USA now. They took a bit of a...
Oh, 2-0.
They stood at the back a bit, weathered the shields, got rid of them all, and now they're back to basically being aggressive, getting those knockouts. There we go, Paris slides to the front.
There we go, shields up. Love to see it. Oh, the coach of the crowd.
As you can see here, so basically what's happening with Team USA is they're pushing the front line individually. It makes it difficult. They draw a shot and then they'll back up, and it makes it very difficult for the Cyprus team to hit them. Yeah. The Cyprus getting aggressive now, pushing to the front line.
Look at this, 6-0, 6-0. Oh, wow, this is impressive by USA. 3 seconds left, 7-0. Wow. Okay.
Absolutely brilliant play.
A lot of head movement.
To be fair, brilliant play from both teams, but that was basically going to be in the USA's favour as soon as they managed to get through that first 40 seconds and all of the shields had been used.
Well, that was the main thing that we knew would happen. Once you put your one shield up and you don't utilise it, your other shields have to go up. Once gone, you're pretty much just a sitting duck, especially when the other team has shields back, left.
100%.
Wow.
It was a brilliant game. I'm going to mark that one down as a win for the USA team. Was it 7-0?
Yes.
So I'm trying to keep a relative track here.
Right, so it's actually, sorry to say this, it's actually, it's a one round.
It's one round. Yeah. There you go. Well, that's even more intense. I remember that, to be fair, when we played Team USA for the very first time, if I remember, that was exactly the same thing happened to us. We got to play in one round. Yes. And they knocked us straight out.
Yeah, and we were crying.
You might be. I was stoic.
You was not. Yeah, okay.
That was back in 2020. But yeah, that was a brilliant game. So,
fantastic.
Who we got next? I'm not entirely sure who's coming up next. We'll see who goes to the main stage. The teams are getting prepared in the back. How was that for you?
Well, I won the bet.
You did. You made the right prediction.
I did.
I did. Team USA are a very experienced team. They've been around playing since 2020.
Yeah.
So they've been playing for like 5 years now, and they've been good that entire time, but only gotten better. As I say, individually they've got one or two players that I think could help carry any team, but combined they've got 3 players that can all play almost as well as each other, which is really strong.
Yeah, we know the players actually quite well. Paris, one of their lead players, is very strong.
Yeah, I mean, the key thing with all of those guys, though, is that because I think there's actually 4 of them that they've brought with them, that every single one of them strong enough that if you target any one particular player to try and nullify him, that actually helps them some way, because if they target Paris, for example...
Everyone fires.
Yeah, if they and then he'll be dodging, it loosens up pressure on the other 2, and they can get knockouts. Yeah. So teamwork is, makes the dream work here. You can't have one player winning it for your team. You need the whole team to be pulling together. Correct.
One thing I thought they did really well was they actually attacked the shield so hard. So if you watch what they do. Look at this movement. Look at this head movement at the very end there.
100%.
Unbelievable.
I mean, if you notice how low the USA team are getting in comparison to Cyprus.
Yeah.
And again, aggressive pushing to the front line, then backing up. Makes it really difficult to hit you, because you've got to basically aim to the left-hand side of the court, especially when they pick up down the edge like that.
Yeah.
Again, you can see there, like the entire time you've got people off the court trying to help out as well.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, one thing, like you said there, they go from high to low, they can't get it. And when the pedals are moving, it's so hard to hit. And one thing we were talking about earlier is we were saying, if someone's got one petal left, it actually makes them so much harder to hit.
It does. And
especially with head movement. It's crazy.
The thing also is you have to aim in this game with your head, which means if someone goes low, you actively have to move your head down. It's like you can't just look down with your eyes. You have to move your head
down and then up, and then
up. And that's hard. Like, you're aiming with your head, you're not aiming with your arm.
Okay.
I can see the rest of the next teams that are coming up. So we are going to have England versus Australia coming up.
Wow, that's what we like to see.
Which is going to be an exciting game.
Very good.
I mean, we are biased, but England team there, some excellent players. Again, some older players in Pyro and Shamai or Sham there, and then some younger teammates coming through. You got a team down under from Australia here.
Very good.
I've not seen these guys play that much, so I'm not 100% on their tactics. It'll be interesting to see what they go for.
Well, I'm excited.
I think the English team, I don't know if they'll go for a shield. I'm not 100%. I think they might go quite aggressive. I wouldn't expect Shamai to go for a shield. He generally is one of the guy in the middle. He's generally more of an aggressive shooter.
Wow, this is a surprise to me. Ash isn't playing.
That's Pyro, yeah. No, I think so. They've got quite a diverse team, and I think they're going to be just trading out all day. It's going to make it difficult for the opposition to work out what's going on.
Okay, I like that. That's what we want. We want people to be confused. You know why? Because confusion makes good entertainment.
That's true. Here we go. So
I don't know how it does, but there we go.
Looks like there is a shield build coming out of the blue team, Australia. So they, again, will have 5 strong shields.
There'll be a 7 strong opening from the UK.
So the key thing here is that the UK is going to need to get on top of taking shields down.
Very strong from the UK, 1-0.
So if they can nullify that middle player who's the shielder as they push forward like that, there you go, perfect.
2-0.
It meant that shielder couldn't put their shield up. It's very difficult to run forward and put your shield up at the same time. And so what the UK did there was nullify their shielder as they push forward. And they've done it again.
Yeah. Wow, there is Ash giving more. Listen to this. You know, we were talking about spotters, shouting.
Ash is a very experienced player. We used to play with him back when we used to play back in like 2019-20.
Yeah.
He's been around, but he's very physically fit, agile, knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Kind of, to opposite to us.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're talking about.
But here we go. So big shield coming up on the front line. They've managed to get it up. The Australian team need to use the rest of their shields. So they've got 30 seconds left. They should use them all as soon as they can.
Wow, but what you find is no one's pushing forward.
Oh, there we go. He tried it, but his arm was slightly off, but it was slightly askew, which I think meant they didn't go up.
8-1. This is insane. Very good gameplay.
There's still some good dodging going on. Like the UK team are not.
What does Australia need to do?
They need to use their shields right now.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah,
one after the other.
Just keep going, and then
pressure.
Try and get as many points from behind those shields.
100%. So the problem is when you take a shield build like that and you don't get the early lead using the shields.
Wow.
You're not going to find it easy to recover because the later the game goes on, you haven't used those shields, the more the other team's got an advantage.
Player 3, did you see that? How many knockouts Player 3 got?
I'm not sure who that was, but absolutely brilliant play from all of the players there.
Yeah, really
UK team again very dominant. They've been around for a while. I think some of the younger players have only started in the last couple of years, but some experienced coaches and experienced players on their team.
Yeah, that's exactly where we started, wasn't it? We started from that point, and then we retired and passed on our wisdom. Well,
so,
hello everyone.
Hello again. We're back on the screen.
We're back on the screen. Wonderful.
I did say I'd check the stream actually. I should have a quick look now. How is everyone doing?
Yeah.
Let's go England. Someone gave a shout out. Hado Warpstar.
Oh, nice. That's
somebody
what we want to see.
Come on Wales.
Nice. Good.
Somebody who definitely isn't linked to me said this commentary is super helpful. I haven't watched Hado before. Thanks guys.
Hey,
you are welcome.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah. So
it's good.
I'm glad that the audience at home are having fun.
Well, it's nice to see that they're getting there, interacting and getting involved.
Oh, 100%. So, I mean, I've got no real criticism of the English team now. I think they did a brilliant job. The Australian team didn't play badly. I think they got unlucky at the start with their shielder being targeted, being knocked out a couple of times.
Yeah.
And that threw their game plan off, I think, for the rest of the game. It was then difficult to recover.
It's always the hardest thing. When someone runs to the front to put up a shield, you're literally becoming the biggest target.
100%. And
You've got to move.
And the way they'll have done that is they'll have looked at the arm position. If you see the arm drop down, that's an indication they're charging shields.
Yeah.
So as the person runs forward, their arm down, you want to knock that person out, and it means that they're going to basically be knocked out of the game.
Okay, so look at these highlights right here. The one thing that you can see, look at this movement here from Shamai, straight down to the floor.
100%.
Brilliant.
Now, there was something to be careful there of. They all ended up back in one corner, and now it worked out for them, but you've got to be careful with that because you will become a massive target. Trying to stay spread out is also quite good. I do like how the UK team is taking advantage of the whole front to back of the court that they've got. Again, that's normally an indication that they'll be more dominant in the round.
Yeah.
The Australian team, again, tried, but unfortunately got pinned back in.
Well, what you can see here is how accurate England actually are.
100%.
It's crazy the amount of accuracy and actual shots fired compared to shots hit is really impressive here.
The key thing there is it's actually about predicting the opponent. You have to lead them, and so a lot of the sport comes down to that. When you look at the opponent, can you judge where they're going to be in a second and shoot ahead of them?
Yeah.
And that's not always easy to work out.
No, it's pretty much knowing the game. You've got to know it so well to predict where they're going to be, or the other players. You've got to know what they do, their tactics, how they're going to play. That's really how you're going to predict where the actual shot's going to go.
Shielder's a good example. Like they knew he was going to push forward, so they waited, and all of them shot at the Shielder as they pushed forward. Nice. There's an incredibly loud shout out going from the audience,
Greece,
which means only. I'm not sure that's where the shout's coming from. I think we've got the Korea team on the stage.
They both have very strong standings. Look to the Greek flag there.
There is literally a shouting match going on between the Greece fans and the Korean fans.
Love it. That's what we like to see.
100%. I'm not even joking when I say this. I've nearly passed out screaming in a Hado,
I know.
From the side of the court during a Hado game. More than I have from actually playing.
Yes.
But here we go. We've got Hado K from Korea, who are an incredibly strong team, and they'll be going up against Greece, who again actually
a strong team.
Strong team. I saw them training the day. They've got some good movement on them. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think that Korea is going to be very agile, is what I'm expecting. Again, I can see some knee pads.
Wow! Look at this! Look at this! What an athlete! Look at this stretching. Can you touch your toes, Tom?
Maybe with a bit of medical assistance from a nurse or something.
That's very good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm expecting, again, a similar potentially play from both teams that we saw from IDK and the England team. I think both these teams have capacity for that sort of play. I think my bet is that, I'm not sure, if there is a shield, it might come out of the Greek team.
Yeah, well, one thing I want you guys to look out for, which I think will come out in this game if there's a shield player, look at the head movement as they come to the front of the line. So when they get to the middle line of the court, watch the head movement they do to put that shield up. Because that's one thing that Australia could have done, is they need to move their head so much that it's all over the place ready to put a shield up.
100%. You'll often see shielders as they run forward, like look down,
and they flick,
and they flick their head, and that's to get the marker to basically be not in the sort of central position in front of them, but be slightly low. Now the downside when you do that is that you
don't know where you're going.
Yeah, you can't see. Yeah. But the advantage is it does make a difference. So as long as you've got good teamwork and you're not going to run into your teammate, it's actually not a bad shout.
So me and Tom would never be able to do this because we would usually fall over.
We would always run into each other.
We would end up in the river.
We would have, if we were playing today, we would probably end up in the river. I can swim, we're all good. So,
I can swim,
we're all good. I'm not sure about you, it'll be fine. But yeah,
I do sink.
Here we go. We've got Greece and Korea. They look like they're both nearly ready. Again, I'm not able to see anyone's wristbands, which is good. It means that they're not giving anything away.
Oh, look at these, clever. I like it. So we're getting some last-minute checks by the actual officials here.
Yep.
Checking with their armbands.
They can see
the
Korean fans looking on from the crowd there.
Ooh, I'm excited. Who do you think's going to win?
I think I'm going to have to go with Korea on this one.
Ooh, do you know what? Because I'll do you do, I'll go with Korea. I mean, what? No, I'll go with Greece. I'll go with Greece.
I like in the heart of hearts. I think the underdog is Greece, and I want them to win. But I genuinely think that Korea will take it.
I do like you've always liked an underdog.
I do like underdogs.
Oh, look at this crowd! They absolutely love it.
This chant is amazing.
They're getting so worked up for this. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want everyone here to enjoy.
Here we go. Ooh. Also, we do have shields.
We do have
for both teams. So it's a shield versus shield build.
I wonder if they'll put them in front of each other. Oh, 1-0 straight off the off. Wow, look at this sliding. Whoa, look at this movement from Korea.
Okay, so this Korean middle player is the shielder. Look at him.
Oh, he's been caught though. He's been caught on the right-hand side. It's 1-1. Shields are up.
Okay, so what happened there was they countered each other's shields with a shield.
Oh, wow, look at this technique. Wow, this is brilliant stuff. 1-1 is exactly what I want to see.
100%. The Greece team are taking a very aggressive middle of the field position.
2-1.
Only 45 seconds left on the clock. I think that the Greece team is running out of shields quicker than the Korean team at the minute.
I can't breathe. Can you breathe?
I can breathe.
Okay.
So at the moment, we've got 2 shields still left from the Korean team that they
Okay,
can use.
come on.
And I think they've got the point lead. So at the moment, I think they are in the lead. But the Greece team are doing extremely well.
What they're doing is, okay, 3-1. Okay, they're just pulling away. Korea is.
20 seconds left. So we've got a high charge rate coming out of one of the players on the Korean team as
Look
well.
at this movement. It's being tracked though. So Korea are actually tracking the movements of the Greece players. So if you see on the back left of the court here, he keeps going down, up, sideways, down, then back up, then across, then down. And they're getting tracked. He's been knocked out now more than 3 times.
100%. But absolutely amazing play from the Greek team here, but just a masterclass from the Korean team.
Wow. That was amazing. Look at this here from the stats.
So the most important thing I'm going to shout out, because I think one of the players is going to be impressed with it, the shielder on the Korean team actually knocked 2 people out.
Wow.
Which, when you've got all your points into shields and support, is
so
really hard.
Because it makes it slow,
Yeah.
sluggish.
Your energy orbs are small. So absolutely amazing play there from the Korean team. But again, Greece looking very strong, because I would say the Korean team is probably one of the stronger teams in that bracket.
I know the match was really good, but I think the best thing so far I've seen today is a cameraman on a Segway. Are you seeing this?
There is multi-talented skills going on.
This is very impressive.
The drone operator right now, absolutely credit for all these amazing drone shots.
Yeah, well, I'm just absolutely loving the guy on the Segway.
Fair.
This is impressive.
That's fair.
I can't even ride them without a camera, let alone with one. This is very good work.
Okay, so I genuinely can't think of any advice really from that last game, because both teams were giving it their all. I think that the Koreans had just slightly better dodging and accuracy.
It was movement.
Yeah, like at the point, and again, there's a psychological element as well, which is when they've got that first point before the shields have gone up, it can be very hard to then come back.
Yeah.
But that being said, there's always normally 3 points on the court at any one time, because you can knock any player out, and it can run into each other. Because if you knock one out and you then switch on to the next player, you get more of you shooting at one person.
Yeah, of course.
It can kind of escalate.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I found was really good by Korea, and I would say not bad, but just something they can work on with Greece.
Yeah.
Is Greece did a lot of predictable same movements.
Yeah.
Like it was rehearsed. But what Korea did is they actually saw that and identified it quite quickly and went, okay, I'll let you do your movement. I'm going to keep shooting in this spot because I know you'll eventually go.
You'll
to
end
it.
there. Yeah.
You'll end there, and this is where we were talking about before. Is predicting where people are going to go by watching their movement, see if they've got some sort of. I know it sounds daft, but routine.
It's one of those things, again, when you're looking from the third person, that's sometimes a bit sort of daunting, is that although it looks like they've got a lot of room, they don't, because if you're back against the back wall, it's only 6 meters wide, which means you each, and there's 3 of you.
Yeah.
You've only got about 2 meters that you can move in without running into each other. And so if the players on the opposite team know that, they can actually sometimes force you across the court into a corner, and at which point they can knock you out easily. So it is an element of prediction, but it's an element of trying to push the enemy team around as well.
Well, that's what you want, pushing, right?
100%. So who we got coming onto the court right now? I think it looks like Wales, and it's going to be Malaysia. So Wales is on the blue team in the red shirts. Yes. Malaysia is on the red team in sort of black and red shirts.
See, what I like is I say something silly and you just ignore it and just carry on. Good work.
100%. Sorry, I got totally drawn into the paperwork in front of me. But there you go. Team maths on the screen right now.
I'll just say that pushing people's part of the game, right?
Pushing people into a corner is not physically shoving them off the boat or something.
Yeah. Well, that's your opinion.
Right. So, Team Wales, relatively new team, but they've been putting lots of effort in.
They have.
I've been seeing them training. They're very competitive. They take this very seriously,
which is good.
Again, Team Mass, I've not seen play too much. I think they might have actually played against each other in a traiing session the other day.
Oh, interesting. And this is Malaysia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very excited for this one.
So this is going to be interesting. I'm not 100% who's going to win this. I think the underdogs are going to be Wales. I will back Wales just because my dad is sort of Welsh, so I've got to kind of go that way.
Okay, well I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to go. I'm going to support Malaysia.
To be fair, we have this conversation every time because there might inevitably end up being a Wales versus Scotland, and if I remember correctly, we bet donuts on it one time.
We did.
On who would win out of Wales and Scotland.
And I got the donuts.
That's fair.
It's very good.
Right, here we go. So Team Wales on the right there, looking like they're getting ready. Again, so when they've got their arms up like that, that's them charging energy. So there's an element of making sure that your systems are working before the game starts. Because what you don't want is the games to start and you to have something where your wrist senses the wrong way round or all sorts.
Yeah, you want to always check it. System checks and what? Yeah, check. The 3 C's.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's nerve-wracking. I'm not joking when I say I remember one of the World Cups historically seeing one of the players have their handset the wrong way around, which means they had to kind of punch themselves in the face to fire.
Ah, impressive.
They did sort it.
Yes, it's all good. So the one thing is, I remember. One thing with system check, you know the 3 checks, 3 C's?
Yeah.
The reason why you do that is because I remember starting a game and it wouldn't fire. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It would not fire. You need to test this. You need to see if the system check's working.
So there are buttons that you can press to like disable the screen and things like that. So they should have that stuff enabled. But sometimes, you know, all it will take is for someone to press the wrong button, and you can end up in a situation where it's not. Now there's an interesting tactic I can see one of the Malaysian players doing, and I'm not sure if he's going to keep it up. But he's actually got his sensor on his hand, not on his wrist.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So he's going to be flicking his wrist as part. So basically, it means that he has to do a smaller motion. It also means the other team might not be able to see what he's doing as well.
This is
because
fascinating.
He's not going to have a full arm motion. It's going to be more of a hand motion.
I don't think I've seen that. Have you?
I've seen versions of it. I saw a version where they'd have it 90 degrees on and they'd twist their arm. But I've not seen this exact one before.
Wow. Well, I'm interested to see whether it works, how aggressive it is.
I have done something similar one time because I was once playing and my wrist sensor fell off. And so I picked it up and held it. So that was not in a serious national game. That was like a friendly.
Okay, interesting.
But like it's doable. It's weird. It is weird. But here we go. So we've got a shield coming out of the red team, but we do not have a shield in the Welsh team. So the Welsh team are going to have to focus very hard on getting the shield down.
Okay, and we're off.
Knocking the shielder down.
Okay, a lot of head movement. Ooh.
I think they need to save that energy. There we go. So that's the
first shield up.
Yep. And the Malaysian team taking the front. That's a very good shield setup. So you push to the front left, you put a shield up, and you switch to the right, put another shield up, and it means both of your teammates can push forward.
Great slide there by Wales. This is what we need to see, more slides. Look at that head movement.
Good focus fire on the shields as well. That's what we need. Is basically if they take those shields down, the quicker they do that, the better.
Okay.
Starting to bring the points back now.
Currently losing 2-1 Wales are, but Malaysia have taken the lead at 2-1.
If they can keep those shields down and nullify the shielder that's making moves up to the front of the court, expect him to run to the left now and do the same as they did before.
Yeah, he's done it straight away.
But they've taken that shield down straight away on the right-hand side.
They need to take more down and fire straight through it. Wales really need to add pressure to that shield. Now they need to go for it. This is where Wales need to get aggressive to get above them.
Yeah, I think the enemy team's got one shield left that's going to be looking for the position to push forward. Oh, I'm not sure actually. He's out. No, he does still have one.
Yeah, he's got one left, and they need to play the centre line. Wales really need to get up there and get some points in.
This is it, Malaysia now just doing everything they can to survive the last 10 seconds.
10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 7-1, 5 seconds.
Come on, you can get a few more points here, Wales.
8-2. Oh, time's up.
Lovely work. So Malaysia played absolutely brilliantly there. Again,
very well played by Malaysia. Also well played by Wales.
100%. It was very good shield positioning from the Malaysian team. What I would absolutely credit the Welsh team with is taking those shields down quickly. They actually started to pull back after the first double shield that went up.
Yep.
And it was just unfortunate that they then got a little bit further behind. It's then tough to come back from.
All it was there for me was once you've taken down that shield, you really need to push to get those points, especially when you're on the back foot. You need to take down the shields and really aggressively go for those petals.
100%. Now, obviously, the Malaysian team knew that, and so when they were getting pressured, they obviously hung at the back, did a lot of dodging, which was very good.
Yeah.
Waited for their opportunity to then get the next shield up and then push forwards. They took advantage of those. I mean, given that the Welsh team took those shields down in like a few seconds, absolute credit to the Malaysian team for having the teamwork to be able to get up behind it, take advantage of the shield while it was there, and then pull back.
But also, a lot of sliding.
There was
sliding, lots of sliding. Sliding is very good. That's what we like to see. And also, a lot of energy. The one thing that was always happening was the head movement was changing. At the very beginning, Wales actually didn't really get hit that much at the very, very beginning.
Absolute brilliant player there from the player in the middle of the Welsh team. He pushed up and he managed to get an angle on the player that was behind the shield that actually made it quite difficult for the player that was behind the shield to take shots.
And then to get the hit.
Yeah. So, that is the other way. If you can't get the shields down, if you can get around them. Obviously, the Malaysian team were using a two-shield approach where they put one either side. That makes it very difficult to get those cross shots behind the shield. Yes. But Wales were still able to get some good positions on them.
Yeah, well, if we would have been on that pitch, I think we'd have missed everything, and then nothing would have happened. We put a lot of rolling.
To be fair, if I was to come up against Malaysia,
Yeah.
And me and you were playing, I think I'd have used a counter shield build, so I'd have been putting shields up against their shields.
Yeah, straight up in front
So
of it.
yeah, so that's what you'll see is if one shield goes up and you've got a shielder, they might put another one up. And the thing is, if you do put that up a fraction of a second behind it, you can actually have the advantage because their shield will go down before your one.
Well, it's the smartling sniper thing I was telling you about earlier as well. So if someone actually sat on the far back left of the court and was hiding, and we had another shield put a shield in front of their shield, they could have picked someone off at an angle.
Oh, 100%.
So if someone's trying to stay behind that shield here, they could have just caught at the angle. And that's
Yeah.
one of the biggest things that we...
Yeah, we're still on the big screen. Hopefully all the audience are enjoying it. Hello, audience.
Hello, audience. Everyone having a good time?
I was about to say, give us a... Oh, we've got some people heading onto the stage right now.
Wonderful.
I'm trying to work out who we got. I think we're going to have Spain versus Cyprus is my prediction.
Okay, wonderful. So I think we should hear a cheer for Spain. Woo! Yeah!
Well done.
And a cheer for Cyprus. Woo! Hey,
There we go.
that's what we like to
we
see.
got
Okay. Don't worry, Spain, we've got you. We'll cheer for you. Don't worry.
I mean, their name is the Underbulls, which is obviously
It's
a
a
play
great
on
one.
words.
You need to watch how you say that.
I do.
Yeah, you need to watch how you say that. That could come across very badly.
But here we go. Team Spain versus Cyprus. Who's your money on in this one? They can hear us, by the way, so let's be careful what we say.
See, I really like Spanish ham, so I'm gonna support Spain.
Okay, so you're backing the Spanish team. I'm going to back the Cyprus team. I guess.
I'm backing Spain, 100%.
Have you seen Spain play? Because I'm not sure what tactics these guys are going to use.
Ooh, see, I actually haven't seen them play properly. Actually, no, I did see a little bit of training yesterday.
Okay.
And it's quite fast-paced with the shield. Usually it has a shield build.
Yeah.
And they do try to get the shield early at the beginning. So let's see if we do the same thing.
That's fair, that's fair. We do have, obviously, Cyprus, who were playing USA earlier, so we have seen them play once already.
Yeah.
But let's see how they do against Spain.
Anything could happen. It's like it's a game of Hado.
Exactly. I mean, it's 80 seconds. I think you're right. I think there's going to be a shield play coming out of the middle player on the Spanish team.
I think it's going to go up at the
And they're going to go at the start because they have their arm down at the start, so generally indicate that they're going to do it.
Maybe not. Change of tact here. Still 0-0. No one's rushing the front. Everyone's staying at the back, which is a big surprise to me because I thought with a shield play it would go up at the front at the beginning.
Here we go. So we've got a shield coming up.
First shield in, 2 players behind.
The Spanish team player is trying to get forward to get their shield up as well, but they're finding it tough.
They need to get that shield up. Well, like you said, they need to put their shield in front of that shield and probably sit behind
There we
the
go.
angle.
So now they can push it.
Counter
the other
shield.
team's put another shield up in front of their shield. It's a whole shield off right now.
Okay, this is what we like to see, a shield off. Let's go.
There's only 40 seconds left on the clock. They need to keep using these shields.
It's all about the accuracy
There's
now.
no point having shields left at the end of the game. You might as well use them.
2-1, 3-1. We're heading down to 30 seconds left.
The Cyprus team doing very well here, but a good shield position there from the Spanish team.
2-3.
Starting to pull it back. This is a close game.
See, look at the head movement here. Oh, and the
We've
target,
still
the guy
got
in the
shields
middle.
left. Spain needs to use all of their remaining shields right now.
They need to use them in front to counter those shields. Okay, they did a little bit of a rush up front. There's the shield, that's what we need. Sit behind it and maybe one more.
Yes, nice.
That's what we need. Then try and hit some angles. There, 3-5. Pull it back in 5 seconds left.
Lovely final shield going up. 2 seconds. Can they pull it back?
Oh!
Close, but well played. Absolutely well played. And again, the Spanish team doing exactly what they need to do to try and pull it out at the end.
The
there.
worst thing is, I can't breathe when I'm watching it. I'm saying I'm watching it. It's so exciting and I just can't breathe. And
I was about to say apologies to the audience at home if we just go quiet.
Yeah.
It's probably because we're getting quite into it.
I got too into that to the point where I was. Oh wait, I've got to talk about this.
That was a very even game. So that was. Again, what was nice because it's difficult. There's only 80 seconds. You don't have a lot of time to react to what's going on.
Yeah.
So it was really nice there to see basically both teams taking advantage of some good shield positions. The Spanish team are then trying to counter by putting their shields in front. Just generally all round excellent play from both teams.
Yeah, I think the one thing that Spain could have done was more of the counter. That was it.
I think it was tough because, again, if you know the difficulty with shields, that it's difficult to understand as well, is you've got to put your arm...
The difficulty with shields.
Yeah, you've got to put your arm vertically down, right? And you have to hold it there for a sort of a second or two.
So you stop firing.
Yeah, you stop firing, but also, as you run forwards, it's very easy to move your body off of upright, which means your arm isn't straight down anymore. So if you basically aren't careful, you can get knocked to the side, at which point you'll then don't get your shield up when you get to the front, and I think that happened to them once or twice during that game.
Okay. Well, I think sliding.
Sliding helps.
You need more sliding.
Again, that's a common one. If you see Shielder running to the front, they'll often go forwards and go to a knee. And again, it's just to give them an extra second of being able to make sure their arm's vertical to get that shield up.
I just realised we were synchronised then.
Were we?
Put your hand on your hip.
Which hip?
No, oh, we can do that. Power pose.
So we're looking at ourselves on the screen again. Oh,
yeah.
And they've gone, no more of that power pose.
Nah, that's okay. I'm glad we ended it on the power pose.
Oh, 100%.
That's the biggest thing we want.
All right, so we've got some other people heading to the court at the moment.
Okay.
Who are we going to have? Just trying to work out where we are in the order. Oh, this is going to be an interesting game. Have a look who we've got.
So we have got
Korea versus the US of A.
Here we go. That's what we want to see.
This is going to be.
This is the big one. This is the big one for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, this is the so far. This is the one I am the least sure about who's going to win.
Ooh, are you going to stick with Korea? Or are you going to? I'm going to go with USA.
I mean, I'm going to back Korea just for the sake of the fact. I mean, I am just going to shout. I am the USA team's biggest fan, but I'm going to back Korea just because you've already said that you're going to back USA. So absolutely, good luck to both teams. But,
okay.
But this is going to be an interesting one because both teams we know can move and dodge extremely well.
USA, don't forget this. Remember, I love you more. Just don't ever forget this. All right.
Yeah, Tom betrayed you when it mattered.
Thomas betrayed you when it mattered. He could have said, no, Will, I want to be USA this time.
I'm a massive fan of South Korean dramas.
You are?
So I've got to back them.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm happy to see that.
Anyway, so we've got Korea versus the USA. Tactics-wise, I think we're going to have... I don't know if we're going to have shields, if I'm being honest. I think we might have lots of shooting and lots of dodging.
Yeah. So I went a bit quiet there because my paper just blew off the desk.
You do keep losing your paperwork.
Well, it's because you've got a microphone to put on yours.
Yeah, that's fair.
I put headphones.
That's fair.
Yeah, we worked it out. Don't worry, guys.
It's all right. Our lovely assistant keeps helping us out. So
yeah, we actually have a personal assistant here, which we are very, lucky to have. So.
I've got to be honest. The entire team all around us is incredibly good. We've got an excellent guy looking after us who knows where everything is.
Yeah.
So, USA Korea. You can hear the Korean audience chanting.
Yes. Oh, they're going again, the Hado fight. Yes, very good.
I genuinely don't know what tactics is going to come out here. The thing is, both teams, I think, are very capable of using a myriad of them.
I am so excited for this. I don't know about you, but this is
one of the most tense ones.
One of the most tense ones, yeah.
Try to remember to talk and breathe.
I can't.
Here we go. There was a shielder, I think it was on the blue team.
And we're off.
I think the USA team doesn't have any shields. It's going to be a straight shield.
Look at this head movement from Korea. Oh!
Middle player on the Korean team is the shielder. So
wow,
again,
look at this head movement.
The middle player got their arm down. He's going to be pushing forward, trying to get his shield up, and he manages it.
Okay, now USA are under pressure. Double shield. Now they're under a lot of pressure. Yeah.
That's how to use shields, though.
Korea's got one point.
Get yourself an early lead like that. It can be psychologically difficult for the other team. So Korea should keep using those shields.
Oh, spin!
Lovely spin, which I'm not 100% is 100% okay, but we're all good. Double shield. Make sure that his teammates are protected.
This is very much master play by Korea here.
100%, 100%.
Look at the dodging. There's so much movement in here. It's unreal.
There's still 30 seconds left, though.
Wow.
This is the point where the Team USA can push forward and try and start bringing it back.
This is unbelievably fast-paced.
There we go. Aggressive play from the
6-0.
USA. But the Korean team absolutely just taking it, dodging everything they've got.
Look
nice
at
shield.
the head movements.
Oh, lovely play there.
It's so quick.
There we go. There's one on the board for the
10
USA.
10 seconds left. I need to breathe.
I'm breathing too.
Okay.
Okay, so
2 seconds left. 2 points. 2-6. Oh.
Again, there. If you saw at the end there, the USA team started to get some knockouts. So what I'm going to say is the Korean team absolutely made the right choice using their shields because it was brilliant teamwork. They managed to get a double shield up, get one of their players behind it, get the odd point or two, but that's all they needed to get in the lead. Do that a couple of times, and then they took it 2-6.
That was very impressive.
That was the best game we've seen so far today.
Do you see the movement?
It was mad. The thing is, when you've got somebody who can move from like almost lying prone to jumping in the air.
Yeah, within a second.
Within a couple of it's almost, it doesn't matter if you can kind of predict what they're doing because now all of a sudden they can move in a myriad of different directions.
I need to breathe.
That's fair. I am going to take a quick look and see if there's anyone.
Any comments?
Any comments?
Okay.
Wow, this will be a good game. That was
an
true.
understatement.
That was true. Good luck, Cyprus. Someone was shouting earlier. Apologies, I didn't give a shout. Cool spin turn. Yeah. Let's go Team Mass. Somebody was saying earlier. So
Nice.
lots of supporters. I also like the fact there's lots of flags in chat. It makes it very difficult.
Look
makes
at
it
these
really easy
highlights
to
here,
work out.
Tom. This is what you're saying about the double shield they had there, which they all got targeted, but only the first shield was taken out.
100%.
Wow. Look at this movement. Straight down, straight back up. So much athleticism.
It's also difficult to put the shield up because the thing is, when you push forward to put a shield up, you need to get out of the way without being able to see behind you, without running into your teammate that's moving up to use that shield.
Yeah.
So it's 100% teamwork. It's like a dance where you're dancing around each other and trying not to run into each other.
It is so fast-paced.
It's really good. I mean, the energy levels coming out today are immense.
Oh.
We'll see if they can keep it up. I mean, it seems like I'm making this up, but it's only an 80-second round, but it's absolutely exhausting.
It is.
I mean, so the headsets do keep track of the movements and stuff. Nowadays, the movement distance is generally a bit lower than it used to be historically. Because when we were playing, it was often like 120 meters you might move around. But nowadays, what I would say is I think they're burning more energy because they might be moving 80 meters, but in that 80 meters, they've also moved up and down like a bazillion more times than what we used to do back in when we used to play.
This is a grudge match. This is England versus Wales. This is a big one.
I don't know. I think, yeah. I mean, my money. I keep saying I'm going to support Wales, and I will, but I do think they are definitely the underdogs in this match. They're a younger team. When I say younger, as in the team has existed less long than the English team. There are some younger players on the English team.
Yes.
But they've got a wealth of experience in the sport behind them.
I would say the Welsh guys are a young, strapping bunch of lads.
They are. However, I think some of the English team
this,
are probably
brilliant.
some of the English teams are probably some of the youngest players that we've got on the court today. So it's interesting.
So the game is on. It looks like the game is on. Yes.
It looks like it is.
We can't see any stats here. Sorry, everyone. We can't actually see any stats, so we can't really tell you about it.
This is what it looks like when you.
There we go. Okay, it's 1-0. Okay, there we go. We're in, which is good. This is what we need to see. So.
It's closer than I would have given it.
Yeah, me too. It's 1-0. I did not put that on this score. Still 1-0.
No
Look
shields.
at this head movement.
This is a straight shootout between two teams. I say no shields.
Grudge
there are
match.
shields, but they're only level 1 shields. They're not taking a shield
which
build.
means they take less shots to break.
They do, and they've only got one of them. So there's still 2 shields left on the blue
2-0.
team and one on
They're going to
the
go
red.
for the person with the 1 petal who's behind that shield. I think they're going to target this person, or they're going to go for people who have got more petals, because if you hit the centre of it, it can take out all of them.
So at the moment, they're definitely targeting the person on the left.
Yeah.
That might be because it was the 1 petal. But
Okay,
it's also,
3-0.
it could also be an element of if you identify who the best shot is, sometimes you want to target them as well.
3-1. Wow, okay, they can pull it back. 14 seconds left.
Wales can totally pull it back from
Take
this
it
point.
easy. 3-2.
10 seconds. Come on,
left.
Wales, you can do it. All they need to do is get 1 point and we
Coming
can
back
go to
to
overtime.
it. 5 seconds.
They need to target the same person. Very
3
aggressive
seconds.
play. That's what we like.
3-2. 4-2. Oh. Okay.
That was close.
That was close.
Now, I want to give Wales credit for right at the end
Me
pushing
too.
really hard to the front
too.
line, because they literally were like, we've got to go and push it. But the England team, who could have been overwhelmed at that point, just stayed calm, kept their dodging up, and managed to weather the last couple of
For
seconds.
such young age, they did keep their calm.
It's hard.
That's
like
the thing.
when you've got 3, players running up to the front line to be aggressive at you, you've only got a few meters between you and them. It's very difficult to keep the dodging going.
Yeah, it is.
And so, no, absolutely brilliant play from both teams. And also, one of the first proper just straight-out shootouts, no shields, which we'd like to see. And again, it's a low-scoring game. You don't need shields for it to be a low-scoring game, because if you can dodge and you can shoot accurately, you can nullify a lot of what's coming at you.
Here we go. Well, this is a key indicator here of, that one person on the left-hand side when he gets down to that petal. So you'll see him in a minute. He gets caught out. Oh, okay, he hasn't seen it, but he got taken down to 1 petal.
Yeah.
But his dodging was unbelievable with head movement, and everyone was trying to target him, which gave Wales, the 2 other players, more of a chance to attack the people who weren't targeting them.
Fair. I mean, again, Wales team being very aggressive, using the whole court, which is what we like.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship there at the end, good some handshakes, we like it.
We do like that.
But again, England team, well played. That was a very close game.
Yeah. Closer than I thought.
100%.
I genuinely thought that England were gonna run away with it.
I'm looking at comments that somebody's asked, what's your opinion of the New Zealand team? I think their name is incredibly cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I have familial ties in some ways with New Zealand, because one of my brothers is currently living there, so I know he's going to be supporting New Zealand right now.
Yeah.
So you've got at least one member of my family supporting you. So yeah.
Well, I'm a rugby fan, so I love New Zealand, and I love the fact they've called themselves the E-Blacks, which is also big for me.
Oh, 100%, 100%. So, England versus Wales. So next up, I'm just looking at the list.
Yeah, go for it.
Myself up as we go.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have an interesting one, if I'm right.
Greece, Malaysia.
Yes, Greece versus
Nice.
Malaysia. Which I am right, because I'm looking at the stage and they're there now.
Okay.
and then the
Very
guys
good.
downstairs are doing a brilliant job of putting the graphics up when they say stuff.
This is what we need.
So there you go, Greece versus Team Malaysia. We have seen both of these teams play. Now, they're both good teams.
Yeah.
I actually think so. I think Greece might stand a chance here. I think my feeling is they might have the edge on the Malaysian team. But again, Malaysia has played well when we've seen them earlier as well. So this one's close as well. I don't know which way this is
I'm
going to go.
excited. That's what I am. I don't know who to vote for, but I'm gonna go for Malaysia. I'm gonna go for Malaysia.
All right, cool. I genuinely think it can go either way, and I'm back Greece on this one.
Okay.
The Greece team again been putting on the effort. We've seen them train. Obviously, we get to see the European teams a bit more than the other teams. Okay, we've got a shield build coming out of one of the players in the blue team.
Here
So
we
that's
go.
Malaysia.
Yeah.
And a straight shoot build from the team on red, which
Wow.
is Greece.
You know what's really shocking? The first 5 seconds there wasn't a shot. It's like they were sizing up the players, going, "Oh no, you shoot first."
100%. Again,
Oh, double shield.
double shield coming out. So good work from the Malaysian team trying to get the early lead. But Greece weathering the storm,
Okay.
getting those shields down. Now they
Okay,
need to
they're
knock
gonna
out that
target
middle
some
player.
right side. 1-0 to Greece. Wow. Okay.
If they can keep that middle player pinned in or down, they're going to do well because that
This
is
is
their
what we
shield.
want. Oh, 1-0.
So right, Malaysia weathering it, it's keeping it calm, getting those knockouts.
Yes, that's what we want. We want them to keep pushing up. What Greece needs to do is they need to push up and keep that pressure on.
Here we go, classic Malaysia. So they put shield up left, then move right, put another shield
There
up.
we go. Oh, 2-2.
Greece needs to shoot round that shield, or they need to get it down.
Oh, come on, let's go.
The thing is, when someone's behind a shield like that, it can sometimes be an easy way to get a knockout.
Yeah.
Because if they don't move once the shield goes down, you actually get them out. 3-0 is so close, 3 seconds left.
Oh, 4-3. This is such a close game. We're coming up to 50 seconds. 4-4.
It's the last shield. If they get that shield down,
5-4.
that's it. Come on, they need to
Oh,
get a point.
Malaysia's taking the lead.
Greece needs to get aggressive right now. Get one more point, go to overtime. Come on.
Okay, we're coming up to 5 seconds left.
That's
Oh,
it.
5-0. 2 seconds. Oh.
They took it, 6-5. Knockout in the last fraction of a second for Greece there.
Oh, no way. What?
Yeah.
What?
6-5. Literally, you looked
No.
away to kick off and they got a point in the last
No.
fraction of a second.
What?
Absolute credit to Greece. So what I was going to say before that happened was if it went to overtime, what happens is it's the first knockout to win. And at that point, it would have been in Greece's favour because the Malaysian team had one of their players as a shield build. But actually, they didn't need that because they managed to get the knockout in the last fraction of a second. So absolutely brilliant.
I feel like Chris Kamara on that game where the guy goes, they've scored, and he goes, what? And he's supposed to be commentating it. And he's like, what, they scored? Like, when?
No, that was a brilliant. And again, when we said like Greece needs to get aggressive now, they absolutely did. They just pushed the front line.
I actually can't believe they did that.
That was good. That was a brilliant game. I mean, I've got nothing to say other than good play from both teams. Malaysia putting up some brilliant shields, but Greece just consistently taking them down and dodging and getting the knockouts
Aiming
around
for
those
those
shields.
shields. That's
Yeah.
what we've always said. As soon as they're up, take them down.
100% concentrated fire.
Get rid of them.
And the
Those
thing is,
pesky shields.
if you can take out the shield, as I say, often the person behind it will get straight knocked out.
Well, that's what. Well, yeah, because what we actually find sometimes is people will fire at the shield to weaken it, but not knock it out. Hold a full charge and then continue to fire, and it will fire through it once it goes down and knock out the person behind it.
Oh, 100%.
That's what the big tactic is. And we
Yeah,
haven't actually seen that yet.
Look at some highlights here, but so close game. The thing is, when it's 2-2 like that,
I can't believe
it's
it.
so tense when you're on the
I can't
ball.
believe how close that was.
Like,
Ah.
again, it's like what we said in the England game. Like the Malaysian team right at the end there got pushed.
Yeah.
The same way the English team got pushed at the end of their game. And here we go. Here's the final 2 seconds. You get
This
to see
is
the point that
crazy.
you missed.
No,
It literally
that's
was
why.
like on
That's
naught,
why. Oh,
pretty
that's
much.
insane. Oh God! Wow!
Absolute credit
Look
to
at
both
this.
teams.
They,
Look how happy
they
they are.
loved that. Absolutely loved that.
Well-deserved win there.
It was good. The Underballs versus Australia. Who are you going for?
I have no clue. This is going to be a close game. I think they're both teams at a similar skill level.
Okay.
I think you were backing Spain before, so I guess I jump on the side of Australia for this
Fine,
one.
fine. I'm going to go for Spain because I really like the ham.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And I'm going to jump on board Australia because they're not the ham people.
They're not the ham people.
But also,
Got you.
Australia, I actually genuinely think have a good chance here.
Okay.
it'll be interesting. So we had okay, so here's the thing. Note for Spain in the future: the person in the middle, who's the shielder, has a tendency to put their arm down when they're warming up, which makes me feel that they might do a shield build.
Okay.
So unless they're psychologically messing with the opposite team, my prediction is that the Spanish middle player is going to be a shield build.
They are playing with their brains. Like that.
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
It's difficult to tell.
Okay, fine. I'm getting warmed up here. I'm getting really into it. As you can tell, I'm getting a bit hyper because we had 3 amazing games in a row. I can't believe that one with the last point. I looked away, literally thinking that it was a draw, and it wasn't. And yeah, honestly, I felt like I was that guy who missed something because I looked at you going, what? And you were like, yeah, Greece won. I was like, wait.
I also love the fact that Hado New Zealand just gave a shout out on the thing going, let's go Australia. So yeah, sticking together.
Oh, wow. Oh, Southern Hemisphere. Southern Hemisphere looking after each other.
Yeah,
okay.
We approve.
Let's see how it is.
But yeah, absolutely brilliant comeback from Greece as well.
It was so good. It was so good.
Right, so, are my predictions going to be right? Are they going to do a shield build? I don't know, because the player on the closest edge of the Spanish team just put a shield on. Difficult to tell. We'll get a nice breeze, though.
I don't know what I think. You know what? I can't breathe or think right now.
That's fair. I'm hoping this breeze is translating to the court because it's going to help the players because it is very warm today.
I think they're getting nothing but heat. Yeah, it's going to be warm. It's going to be warm.
It's good. So, you're looking like they're nearly ready to go?
I'm ready to go. We're going to go play. I think we should play as a team commentator.
Shield build coming out of the Spanish team, and I'm pretty certain it's the middle player.
Okay, and let's see what they do at the beginning then.
There you go. Her arm's down. Ooh. That means she's trying to get the shield. She'll push forward in a second.
Okay.
There you go. Good positioning, good shield.
And they're attacking it. Double shield. That's what we want. 2-1 to Reds. Wow.
Australia weathering the first couple of shields, though.
2-all. Ooh.
If they could do the same again. Now they're getting distracted, and they've forgotten about the shield on the front right, and they just left somebody there.
That is exactly.
You need to take those shields down. Don't forget about them, Australia.
See, this is exactly what Spain want. Forget about my shield. It's not there. I won't use it. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just sitting here.
Just ignore me on this front.
5-4. Wow, that's really. Look at that comeback. 5-all.
This is a close game.
God. 6-5, 6-6. I can't breathe again.
Team Australia have an advantage right now because they've nullified the shielder on the other team, but they've still got 3 shields. So what needs to happen right now is Spain needs to use their 2 remaining shields in the last 20 seconds.
Okay, they've got that point. 8-6.
Use those shields now.
20 seconds.
That's it.
9-6.
Spain might as well use their other shield.
10-6. Oh, wow. 10 seconds left. 10-7. Oh, they can pull this back. They can pull this back. 5 seconds. 10-7. 11-7. 11-8. Oh.
Nicely done. And absolute credit to the Spanish player, actually, who was doing the shields, because I was getting enthusiastic going, you might as well use it. But I think they actually timed it really well at the end there because they kept their player that was in the front left consistently protected.
See, when I get overexcited, I do my best owl impression. I'm like, whoo, whoo, whoo. Honestly, I turn right into an owl. It's crazy.
I really hope the people downstairs are enjoying your commentary and online as well.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, brilliant play from both teams. Again, what I loved about that was Australia not scared by the fact that the enemy team had shields. They just consistently pushed through it. Now, that being said, obviously it didn't go there. Yeah, it didn't go their way in the end.
No.
But at the start, they were keeping it even and sort of taking the lead a bit by just effectively knocking those shields down, getting those knockouts.
Yeah.
And again, all you need to do is knock out the shielder 1 or 2 times, and that gives you a lead. But again, Spain managed to recover. That shield's a good position, so you'll often see the shields get put in that position because it's difficult, especially at a slight angle like that.
You can't shoot round it.
Yeah, you can't shoot round it.
Yeah.
To get an angle around that shield, you'd have to push right up to the front opposite side of the court, and if you do that,
makes you a bigger target.
You're a big target for the rest of the team.
Oh!
So yeah, I mean, if you that's one of the things you've got to consider is if you want to push forwards, you're going to become the primary target of the entire opposite team.
Yes.
Which is why you'll often see the agile teams will be doing stuff like sliding on the knees or diving.
Yeah, or the head flick. You know, you see the head flick. Yeah. We saw a spin earlier.
We did see a spin.
What was up with that? I thought.
I'm not going to draw attention to it too much because I've said what I've said.
Yeah,
but I don't want to start some kind of international incident.
Oh yeah, you don't want to cause any investigations.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say on that is it's one of those things. So I'm pretty certain that it's a new rule this year that was the sort of anti-spin one. And the problem is it's actually sometimes difficult when you've been playing for like 3-4 years that you've incorporated moves like that to be conscious of the fact that we're doing it. So I expect that there will be a few of them go out.
So I'm only anti-spin at a fondue night.
Okay, so I didn't even look at the stage and I knew we've got Hado Korea.
Oh, hell yeah, because we can hear them.
We can hear their
We
fans.
can hear them.
But Cyprus, here we go.
Cyprus is going to come in. I'm very excited for this one also.
Yep.
Oh, one of the Korea players are beckoning on the crowd.
He's playing to his crowd.
He is. He's saying, come on, and then he slides in front. Wow.
So, again, I think that Cyprus is going
Look
to
at
be
him
the underdogs
go.
here.
Look at him go with this sliding and the footwork. Doing the cha-cha slide. I like it.
100%. Yeah, as I say, I do think that the Koreans will have a slight lead here. They are a very dominant team. It'll be interesting to see if they do shields.
Take it back now, y'all. 3 hops this time.
I mean, if
No.
they want to go for a dance-off, my money's on Korea.
Korea, because they had a dance group.
They've got a dance group.
Yeah, okay. I get it. But I am excited for this one.
I am as well. I mean, it was interesting to see what Cyprus can do.
Yep.
Again, it's difficult to predict what's going to happen here. I'm not picking up any kind of physical tells from anyone in either team to like guess what build they're going to do or anything.
Yeah. But agility, Korea looking great. Look, I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm not going to be political. I think Korea are going to absolutely destroy this, personally. That's just me.
You might be right, but we'll find out in 80 seconds.
We'll see. We'll see what goes on. Great head movement. It's the one thing that I was saying to you before. It's the same routine here on the person on the back left. He's going whoop, whoop, and then he's going up and down.
So there are shielders on both teams, and they're both the middle players. Now, it is an interesting choice to be in the middle as a shielder, and it's partly so you can go forward, left, or right. I prefer, when I used to play, to be on one side, like left or right, because it means you're not. People often target the middle person thinking they're a shielder, but it is generally the more.
And they're behind the shield. Strong shield build as well.
It is, and it's a low-scoring game so far. It's interesting.
You should see the head movement of this person on the left-hand side. They're turning their head to the left, and they've rushed to the front. Oh, almost the splits! Whoa!
We like that.
Wow!
But again,
steps out the court.
Not getting a point when they did it.
No, wow though, really good. Look at this. Oh, damn! Look at this movement. Player in the Korea far right. He's going step back, up. Wow, it's like he's throwing it. It's like he's really physically trying to throw that Hado.
I'm going to give my shout out to the Cyprus player on the left-hand side of the court.
Oh, dodging.
His dodging is absolutely immense.
Yeah. On the slide, but he did just get caught. Oh, there it is. 2-5. It's such a close game. Whoa.
Do you know what? I want to give MVP to the Cyprus player at the front of the court. His dodging was absolutely impeccable.
Great work.
Like he came under a lot of pressure and managed to basically weather the entire thing.
Wow.
Like absolutely brilliant play.
Cyprus made me eat my words, I think.
That was not as much of a sort of one-side battle
from what I said,
as you were expecting.
Yeah. They really shut me up. So yeah, well done.
Again, it's interesting like that when you get two teams doing a sort of shield build where it actually didn't really come down to the shield element of it, in my opinion. It came down to the dodging. So absolute credit to both teams there.
Well, yeah, I think the movement was.
So going back to the comment on the guy doing the splits, for example, it was a massive dodge. It was brilliant. But the thing is that's difficult is when you do that stuff, it can still be hard to shoot because you know when you do some ridiculous dodge, your head movement makes it actually difficult for you to get the shots off from the opposition.
Yeah.
You kind of have to time it to the end of a movement.
Yes. But it's the agility. This is what I'm talking about. Hado is a sport. It's a game sport. It's so good. Like, these are athletes.
I was about to say, the agility that you need to play this is
crazy.
insane.
We could totally do it, you know?
Well, I mean, when we were younger and fitter, maybe.
I think we'd be great.
Against either of those teams,
no.
I think our team would have lost in probably about 15 to 20 nil.
I'm not going to admit that.
But no, I mean, brilliant play from both of those teams.
Yeah. Oh, some Welsh fans in the crowd there waving. Very
excellent.
Good.
That's good to know. I'm trying to work out who we've got next. So that was.
Let's have a little look, shall we?
Okay, it's another good game coming up, I think.
Is there?
Yeah, I think we are going to have. I'm going to shout it out before it happens, but I think it's a USA versus Malaysia.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you timed it.
Thank you to the tech people for making
it
look like
good work.
I know what I'm talking about.
you did a great job.
This is where they put it up, and I said the wrong thing. We've been brilliant, but
that would have been better.
Okay, so we've got Hado USA there.
They're going to want to have a comeback after that last game.
Yeah, and I think they've got a chance in this game because I think now I think Malaysia have been doing sort of all right, but I think USA are gonna try and go very.
Well,
hard
they've got
on
to.
this
They've got a lot to prove now after losing that last game. They've got to come back, and they're going to be feeling it. They're going to sit there looking at the scoreboards going, we expected us to be higher. Come on, we need to get this. That's what they're thinking in their heads.
Well, again, the thing is, it's important to be in the top of your group, right? Because if you're in the top 4, because you go around to the sort of next stages, but if you're in the top position, you're going to be playing theoretically less good teams in the opposite sort of thing. So actually, it is all to play for right now. These games do matter. Every single game that these guys play today, which is, again, it's only a quick 180-second game that can make a big difference later on in the day. So I'll be interested to see what happens here.
And it's on.
It does appear to be on.
We've got some firing going on. We need to see the stats, so sorry everyone, we can't tell you what's going on at the moment because we can't really see the stats, but I can see that they're playing.
Unless they're warming up, they could be in the pre-launch.
Unless it's just stopped.
Okay, no, I think they were in the pre-launch.
Interesting, okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, double shields. So we've got a shielder on both teams.
Good.
So it'll be a battle of who can position the shields.
Here we go. And wait for the head movement of placing a shield, everyone. You really need to watch this.
I think both these teams are brilliant. So we've got the shielder is in the middle on both sides.
Yeah. And the head movement there. Oh, speed, look at that. Counter shield right in front of it. This is good. This is what we want to see.
So Paris, the shielder for the red team, Team USA, is an incredibly good shielder.
Yeah, so surprised.
He is literally trying to counter and trusting his teammates who are very good shots to be able to get those knockouts.
I am waiting for this score. It's still 0-0. This is crazy.
Again, teamwork there from the USA team.
Oh, 1-0.
Brilliant work.
1-0 to USA. 2-0 to USA. 40 seconds left. 2-1.
I was about to say, they're pulling it back. They've got 30 seconds left. They need to use their shields now.
Okay, it's coming up to it now. And oh, there we go. We've got the counter shield. One front, one back.
So if you saw what happened there, the blue player pushed forwards, but Paris moved quicker and actually got there ahead of him.
Okay, oh, shield right on their side. Oh, but they can shoot round it from there.
Yeah, he's pushed it slightly forwards, but it's still good.
3-1, 15 seconds left.
Still got one shield left in the shielder on the middle. He's going for it, but they knocked him out.
4-1, oh, very good. That's exactly what we wanted to see.
And look how quick they got that down.
5-1.
They absolutely hammered that. They weren't letting that
3 seconds left. Oh, wow, well done.
Really well played.
That was really well played. Really well played.
But again, I'm going to give Paris a shout. I know we say his name a lot, but he's a very good player.
Yeah.
His ability he saw when the other team were going to push forwards to put their shield up, and he basically ran up faster than so they could.
He did.
And as they put their shield up, his is already there in front of it, ready.
Yeah.
But again, well played USA, but well teamed to Team Mass as well.
Yeah. See, Ghost is usually a very good player too, but he wasn't playing that game.
That's true. Yeah.
So he's a very good player.
They switched him out, but again, every single member of the Team USA very competent. Again, I mean, to be fair, as we've been showing, every single team this year is got a very high level of competence. It's very high level play. Again, you were right. USA came out the gate really wanting some points.
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted by the man lying down.
Where's the man lying down?
On the right-hand side. Very well. He looks very comfy, so we're happy about it.
He's been working hard.
He has been working hard. We'll allow it.
Exactly. Maybe we can go trade him out and have an app later. But yeah,
yes, it's true.
It's good. So I mean, we are. I mean, it's mad to. Oh, hang on, we've got some cutscenes here.
I'm worried. What's wrong? Are you going to spit your words out?
I don't know. I lost track.
Oh, okay.
Let's watch these highlights. So there you go. Look at that shield going up. Again, what was good about the shield that they did just then was you got Paris went and put the shield up as his teammate also pushed forward with him. I think those guys are actually brothers, so I think they've got some good communication going on.
Are you saying that brothers have better communication than anyone else?
I think brothers can work together in the best of ways, but also mind each other incredibly as well.
Of course, yes. So they're probably shouting at each other backstage. Probably that's what's going on. Now, I'm looking for my man with the camera on a Segway, because I was very impressed by this man. But anyway, obviously with these stats, when you can see, the head movement was just so quick by USA. See that at the very end there, where Paris slid to the front, jumped up, ended up back on his back to then roll over. This is kind of what Malaysia needed.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, what was happening was USA were doing all this head movement. That's why they got only one hit on them. They were just doing so well by moving, changing direction, head movement. Head movement's so big in this. You know, one of the big things is what we talk about is boxing is actually very good training for this.
Yep. Boxing, any kind of combat sport where you're used to, because the other thing is So we're getting really deep into the training mechanisms here, but you can actually have when you're training, you can have AI players that appear in front of you and shoot at you.
Yeah.
But the problem with the AI players is they're represented by basically an avatar, but they don't have any arms.
Yeah.
So some people use them because when they see the energy orb comes out, it gives them less time to dodge. But what I would say, going back to the boxing things, if you watch the body language of the opposition as they move their arm to fire, that's actually the cue for you to start to dodge.
Like that.
Okay, here we go. So we've got Greece versus England. We've got Shanghai back on the court.
We see.
We've not yet seen an Ash. I suspect he'll be on the sidelines.
He's probably cheering. He's probably got his best cheerleading outfit on, knowing Ash.
I mean, he's also somebody, he's very good at trying to promote others.
He is. He brings people up.
He brings people up. So he'll be doing his best to help the rest of his team out.
Yeah, he's always been good at sportsmanship and also helping other people.
Oh, 100%. I mean, he is literally a coach of the sport in the UK.
He is.
So he's helped bring some of these younger players up to the level they're at. And then obviously at the same time, we've got the Greece team on the other side there. Who's your money on in this?
Well, I'm going to pick England because I'm biased.
I am biased, but I will shout for Greece.
For the name of being competitive.
Being competitive.
I like it. It's good.
But here we go. So we've got Shmai there in the middle. Now the question is, are they going to do any shield tactics or anything like that, or do you think it's going to be a straight shootout?
I think there's going to be some shields at the beginning, and then there's going to be a straight shootout. I don't know. I can't hear Ash from here because he's probably shouting something.
Haro, can you give us a wave, please?
Yeah,
he's not listening to us.
No, he's focused. Lasered in. That's exactly what's going on.
Here we go. We've got shield build coming out of one of the players on the blue team, but it's only a 4, so you've got 4 shields.
Okay, and we're on. Oh, I need to learn how to breathe.
Okay, so some good charge rate coming out of player 3.
There's the shield at the beginning, straight from the beginning. Double shield. They need to break that down as fast as possible, which they have.
And
it's 1-0. They need to knock that down
through
straight as fast as possible to knock these shields down. That's when I think Team England are going to start using their shields. See, Ash is saying just pull back. I can see him there. He's just saying pull back, no need to rush. Just keep dodging.
If this shield goes down, it's going to be in the advantage of Team England.
Yeah.
Because at that point the shields are gone.
It's 2-1. There needs to be a lot more movement here.
This is it. This is now where England have the advantage because one of the other players in the team has only got points, like minor amounts of points.
So England needs to use their shield. I think they're waiting probably for the last 20 seconds, do you think?
I don't know, they might be trying to get an
2-2. You'll see in a minute. I think in the last 20 seconds they may try and pull this out. 3-2. There we go. Shield in the last 20 seconds. They're going to use that to their advantage.
He needs to not hang there though.
4-2. 15 seconds left. Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Last shield. They need to keep moving.
Greece getting aggressive.
Okay.
Can they pull it
5 seconds left.
Previously?
4-2.
Come on, Greece.
3 seconds left. No.
So close. Well played, both teams.
You forgot to talk.
I did. I was too engrossed in the game.
I'm saying just learning how to talk and breathe, and you.
If Greece had managed to pull that back, I think I would have given them the MVP award for the most comebacks in the last second of the game.
That was good.
But again, England remaining calm, well played.
Last second of the game again to 4-3.
Yeah, so close. That was a low-scoring game. As I say, I think I'm going to be critical of England now. I think that they could have been more aggressive after the final shield ran down.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that they were trying to get their eye in to try and work out, what the dodging pattern of the opposite team were. It did feel like they were chipping it away, and there was definitely a point where one person had one petal left, and they all targeted them. So I think there was probably some communication going, shoot the guy on the left or something like that.
See, definitely there, I could kind of see Ash, the coach, in the background just saying, hold back, right now, go, hold back, and then saying, look, don't put too much pressure on. You can sit back, wait. Now the shields. Last 20 seconds. I definitely predicted that because I saw that they still
100%.
had their shields. They weren't using them. And then all of a sudden, bang, shield, they hid behind it. And it gave them the breathing space they needed.
100%. But again, brilliant play from both teams there.
Yeah, very good play. Who have we got next, Tom?
Who's next? Hang on, that's a very good question. It's a good paper. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting one. We've got Korea versus Spain coming up.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Hang on, here's some highlights. So that's obviously the UK team now on the white in the red.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, look at that. Greece players pushing to the front line, being very aggressive, getting the early point
Shields
lead.
straight away. Very early shields from Greece. Did you see?
Yeah, and the thing is, I think the English team forced them to get through it. So I think what the plan...
they fired so much at those shields.
I think what the game plan from the Greece team was there was get a couple of shields up early on, get some point lead, and put the real pressure. And I'm going to give them a shout out. That was a very solid play because
it was.
The England team can sometimes get a bit tilted if they get put under pressure early on.
Not me.
But yeah, so that was actually a good play. But the problem is the England team remained cool, just knocked those shields down immediately. At which point the pressure then reverted back onto the Greece team.
Yes, well that's exactly what we wanted though.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's good play. And the thing is, with the games only being 80 seconds, it's so interesting to see the dynamic change so quickly.
There's definitely tactics going on here and when to do things.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely. You know, especially from that shield play. It was what should we do? Should we pull it now? Yes, straight in.
It's one of those things I was discussing with somebody over dinner the other night, actually, because there's music that plays on most courts throughout the world.
Yep.
It's very specific Hado music.
Yep.
And the tempo of that music is used often by teams to like choose when they're going to do stuff.
yeah.
So they'll hear the music change and
then
they'll
they
be like,
move.
that's 20 seconds.
And that's the actual hit of it, the hint to go, right, let's go.
But yeah, so far it's going well. So
I think we're going to be moving over to the other commentators now. So
Are we moving to different courts?
Yeah, so they're moving over there. Thank you for having us.
But hey ho. Let's have a quick look at the stream and see if people are chatting.
I think it's still us on live. Don't worry, hearing our voices. You just can't see our lovely faces like you were.
England were lucky not to go into overtime then.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a fair point.
Fully agree.
It was very close. Need more movement onto court. Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
When you see the Korea movement, it's in a different world.
It really is. When you look at it, like when you watch that game we just watched, right?
Yeah.
Compared to the movement of Korea, it was just, it's night and day.
100%. I do think that there's an element of, because we know, for example, the England team can move differently than what they did in that game. So I think there was an element of potentially holding, not necessarily holding back, but you know.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was actually choking on water, so Tom had to carry on talking for me. I do appreciate that, Tom. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, it's good. So I'm not choking anymore, and I'm alive, which all of you, I guess, are really happy about because you love my voice.
I was about to say, make sure you stay hydrated because it is warm, and everyone should stay hydrated. If you're at home and you haven't had a drink today, make sure you go and drink some water. It's very healthy for you.
It is. It's very healthy, unless you choke on it like I did.
Yeah, I mean,
then it's not healthy.
I'm not quite sure you can do the Heimlich maneuver on someone that's choking on water. I'm not sure that's how that works. But we can give it a go.
Well, yeah, I think we go for it. Okay, so yeah, what's currently going on at the moment, just so you're all aware, we've actually got teams switching courts, so you're going to see a brand new set of teams now.
Oh, so we might see some of the Group B.
Yes, so you're going to see teams from Group B, and that's going to involve, I'm going to give you a quick snapshot of examples. It's going to be in New Zealand, which I know people are going to be happy with. It's going to be Hong Kong, China, it's going to be Japan, Turkey, Scotland. These are the things that we're going to see. Morocco. I just want to give you a quick snapshot of the teams that you're going to see. There's going to be more in there. I just don't want to spiel off all of them to you. That's the big thing.
I've just seen someone say yes in the audience.
Yes to what?
As in they're happy because they're going to be able to see Hado New Zealand.
Ah, that's what we like to see then. People who are happy to see the teams that are coming back on. Now, what I'm excited for, like I've been saying since the very beginning, I'm excited to see Japan. These guys are showmen. These are good. I want to see all this. This is where we're at.
They're incredibly good, I think.
Yes.
Like, if we're being blunt about the tournament, I think the favourites are Japan. And I think from what I've seen in the Group A, I think my favourites in there are probably Korea.
Yeah.
And then, like, if they're, let's say they're 100% like in the top, and then you've got some other teams that are sort of 90 to 100% following them up. But the thing is, 80 seconds and going which way. Like, I think England stand a chance.
Yes.
I think the American team obviously stand a chance. I mean, it literally can go any which way.
But the best thing about Hado is anyone can actually win it.
100%.
Because if someone plays a tactic that no one has seen before, no one will know how to go for it.
Yeah, and
that's another big thing.
There's an element of just stress. Like, fundamentally, all it takes is for you to slip, somebody to get a knockout. Yeah. And again, one that's very difficult to get your head round is just someone getting how you dodge.
Yes.
Shamai is a really good example in the England team. When he first started playing, and I remember I was playing against him, there was a particular dodge he used to do. And so in training, I said to him, like, every time you do that dodge, I'm going to just knock you out. And I'm going to tell you that I'm doing it because
I know how you do it.
He needs to get out of the habit of doing that move.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, we're years on, he doesn't. I mean, he probably still do that move, but my point is that he has other moves to do.
It's not as routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're the opposite team and you can pick up on some kind of habit like that, that's how you're going to get those knockouts at a very high level.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate back again, please make sure you drink water today, everyone, because it is getting really warm here in Shanghai. The sun is out. I can imagine people running around or whatever you're doing. Make sure you stay hydrated.
That's fair. Somebody asking very sensible questions, things like, is there a results table available online? I have no clue, I'm afraid. I suspect not.
We can find this out for you, I'm pretty sure.
But in the future, we will make a note as that's something useful. So we can keep track on stuff. It'd be useful for us, because then we can keep track.
Well, that's the biggest thing. We're having to tally
we're tallying
and watch
things
it from
up.
that point of view.
Exactly. But yeah, I am interested that we haven't had an overtime game yet.
Yeah. Well, we almost did.
We almost have repeatedly.
In my mind, we did.
Yeah, you thought we were
I definitely thought we had one.
Yeah. But yeah, overtime, again, it's very, very sensitive. Because at that point, you've basically got, like, it's also probably the most depressing thing is to lose in overtime for being knocked out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We did go a bit quiet there. That's only mainly because we were just speaking about like the tables for you. You know how you asked if there were any tables that we could get for you. We were just checking on that, and sorry that we went a bit quiet, but don't worry, we are back. I know you missed our voice. There will be a time where we'll be taking a 20-minute interval, just to let you guys know. So we'll give you prior notice in advance of that. Don't worry.
Yep. Hopefully we will. They might have put some entertaining stuff in the meantime. But so going back to our predictions today, we think that if Japan and Korea are the favourites,
yeah.
Can I
throw a curveball?
Who do you reckon is third and fourth?
I'm going to throw a curveball. I think England third, USA fourth.
Okay.
That is my curveball. That's what I'm thinking. But Turkey are also really good.
Turkey's good. I mean,
I don't know,
actually. We've not seen the Chinese
team. I haven't seen the
Chinese team
That's
yesterday,
true.
And I think that they're very strong.
Ooh, this is entertaining. I like things.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I love things like this. Let's keep it going. Let's get it interesting. I'm excited to see a whole new group of players.
Oh, 100%. We've actually got a few teams from China here. So I think there's a Hong Kong China team.
Yes.
We've got a Chinese Taipei team.
Yes.
And then the main China team, who I think they're called the Red Dragons, if I'm not mistaken. Apologies if I've got that wrong. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing them guys
I'm
play as well.
to it. I think mainly because I've never seen them play before.
We saw China play last night, but I think it wasn't necessarily.
No, we can't take it as that.
It was an exhibition. Yeah, it was an exhibition on wet pitch.
Yeah, the pitch was wet. They're not going to show all of their skills because, come on, it's not the tournament.
No,
yeah, exactly. I just think it's going to be like that. Yeah. Very interesting stuff, though.
Somebody's asking which countries are top four in the first group. It's a very good question. I'm not 100%, but I think England hasn't lost a game yet, so I think they're up there.
Yeah.
Korea definitely.
Korea, England. I think it's Korea and England.
I'm guessing they'll have to be doing they'll be doing something where they do a points-based system. So effectively, like, if you win all your games, but then you've also got the most points, you'll be positioned into the first position.
Yeah.
So I suspect Korea is in the top position at the minute, but if we get told different, we will let you know.
Yeah, well, that's usually how we make it work. If we're told different, we'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, but how I see the standings are is, yes, it's pretty much Korea, England, then it goes USA.
Of the teams
Greece,
we've seen so
Malaysia.
far. Yeah, I think of the teams.
Within our group of the first one, that they were saying, then Wales.
What I would say is after the first two, it's difficult because I think any of those teams. I mean, to be fair,
they're asking you the current standings.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what I mean. That's what I predict or think that the current standings are.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it's difficult still. It is, however, going on. Look at our lovely breeze.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of wind there, guys. So sorry if it's picking up on our mics. We'll try and do something about that because obviously we don't want you to be listening to wind.
My not's picking up, so I'm good. You are acting as a windbreak, so just keep sitting where you are.
It's one of my best skills. I've actually put it on. I've put it on my CV that I'm a really good windbreak. Yeah, it's one of my impressive skills of mine.
I would say that I prefer the weather today than the rain we had last night, although that was quite refreshing as well.
No, it was awful.
And to be fair, the entire time we've been over here in Shanghai,
It's been sunny.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's the first bit of rain that we've seen, and it was very brief.
It was,
so
yeah.
it's fine.
I came out this morning wondering, are we going to be... I literally bought my umbrella.
Yeah.
And
it was sunny and hot.
Yeah, because now I'm carrying an umbrella around that I don't
Exactly.
need. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Okay, here we go.
It's going to be interesting to
We
see.
have the standings here on the screen.
Here we go, perfect.
So we have Hado England actually at the top.
With Hado Korea.
With Hado Korea, yeah, but
I suppose
on the points could have been, yeah. Then USA, then Malaysia. Wow, okay. Then Spain, then Greece, then Cyprus, then Wales, and then Australia.
Now you can see there, obviously,
Wow, very good.
but obviously look at the other side. 6 wins to Japan.
Whoa.
Now you'll notice that they've got through more games in Group B because they've been able to do them on multiple
Yeah, because they're
courts
not on the
quicker.
main stage yet.
Yeah, so obviously part of the reason they'll be switching from Group A to Group B onto the main stage is to basically enable them to get through some of the game matches quicker.
Exactly.
We might be going on a break relatively shortly.
Yeah, so if we just cut off, we do apologise. I just wanted to let you guys know.
Exactly. It'll be a nice short break. It'll be about 20 minutes, I would imagine. And then we'll be coming back to see some of the Group B matches. Again, be very interested to see how Red Dragon in second place there on Group B. So yeah, I'll be interested to, I mean, Hado E-Black's in 4th position in Group B, which is basically really good. Hado Turkey doing extremely well in Group B as well.
2025 Hado 世冠杯首次登陆中国，全球20支超能战队集结上海，G世代 A2 竞技王者决战东方之巅。
Hado Fight！
5月23日至5月25日，上海北外滩，沉浸未来运动。2025 Hado World Cup made its debut in China. 20 elite teams from worldwide converge in Shanghai. Witness Gen Z's top art athletes face off at the peak of the East.
Hado Fight!
May 23rd to 25th, northbound Shanghai Port International Passenger Terminal. Immerse yourself in future sports. 2025 Hado 世冠杯首次登陆中国，全球20支超能战队集结上海，G世代 A2 竞技王者决战东方之巅。
Hado Final。
5月23日至5月25日，上海北外滩，沉浸未来运动。 2025 Hado World Cup made its debut in China. 20 elite teams from worldwide converge in Shanghai. Witness Gen Z's top art athletes face off at the peak of the East.
Hado, fight on!
Wonderful Will and terrific Tom.
Yes,
You like
indeed,
that?
I do. I
You
indeed
like
love
that?
it.
You like that, don't you?
I'm trying to get the notes back up to see how the audience is doing.
Yeah, see if they're still here, or I see what comments they've put on. It's always good to see.
It is, but we've actually got some people on the call right now
Ah.
getting set up from Group B.
Wow, okay.
So we're going to try and work out where we are in the list of matches. This looks like
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah. So I think we've got some people on stage. And you're going to be seeing us now. And hey, here
We're
we
back.
are. Hey. We've got those lovely faces. So,
Got our
yeah,
names.
we've got... Hey,
Good work.
we don't have to introduce ourselves. It's fantastic. So we've got Scotland on the court with... who do you
I'm
think
trying to
that
work it
is?
out.
I'm
I
trying to
don't
work that
recognise
out.
their uniforms.
Nor do I, so
I'm
I'm trying to work that out as well. So what I'm going to do is, we're getting some waves here from the Scottish team.
Hey!
Fantastic, love to see it, love to see it.
Again, Scottish team are lovely guys. We've been playing with some of them for a few years, actually.
They have, yeah.
In the UK, they're part of a team called the Fighting Mongooses. Some
They
of them.
are.
They've teamed up with a new young lad as part of the Scottish national team. So they are quite accurate, is the main thing.
They
I
are
would say.
actually, yeah, they are. You know,
We're about to start.
oh, I wonder if this is the warm-up or if they're starting.
Here we
It
go,
was
here
a
we go.
warm-up. Okay, okay, we got
Shields
some
out of the
shields.
blue.
Yeah. And let's go, we're on. Interesting. Okay, there's the shield. I was about to say, I was like, oh, and a fall from there. I was
Okay.
very interested about that.
But Scotland's still taking the lead with the point,
Yeah, there,
despite the shields.
Ooh, this is interesting. I'd see, one thing I like
Counter
is
shields coming up now. Coming
exactly,
out for
counter
Scotland.
shields. Counter shields are straight on.
Now, Scotland should have the advantage if they can use their shields from this point in the last 53 seconds
They've
of the
got
game.
to, they've got to. Oh, 2-1, there you go, they're using this advantage. Why aren't they knocking down Scotland's shields? 4-1, still a shield, there's another one just sat behind it. 5-1.
Absolutely brilliant play coming out of Scotland. Shield is doing a really good job to put Shields up in front of his other two teammates who we know are very good shots.
Good work, Scotland. You know, one thing, as you said before, the accuracy of Scotland is really good.
Oh, 100%. Again, they can dodge quite well as well for what they need to.
They
So
need to take out the
7-1.
Scottish shield. Look at this, how long that's been there. That shield has been there for ages, and now another one.
Yeah. And I think they've just been able to snipe from behind Shields for like the entire game.
This is crazy. Look, they're just holding. No one's firing. No one needs to fire.
Looks like there's some kind of a technical glitch maybe.
Oh.
Or a delay on the camera.
Okay, there has been a technical glitch, but because of the score, I don't think it's going to be repeated.
We'll see. We'll see what the refs decide. The thing is, that looked like, if it was a technical glitch, something that happened off the court, like a router or something going wrong.
Okay.
Because normally you wouldn't have a situation like that where everyone freezes. You'd have like
One or two players,
like, if it
not
was
scanning.
If it was a handset issue or something like that, or a headset issue, you'd have expected a different thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see if they want to replay it or not.
I personally, because of the score, I don't think that will happen.
They might do though. It looks like they are. Looks like they're going to get a
Well, they're
reset.
wanting to reset it.
Maybe.
Wow.
Well, let's hope Scotland can do well
Bold
here.
move, bold move.
There might be an element, because sometimes we've had this before where there could be stuff going on down there that they've said, no, we're happy to like play another game or something like that.
Yeah.
So what could have happened then is that, are you all right for us to restart? Yes.
Yeah, a bit of sportsmanship going on,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. I mean, fundamentally, Scotland might also be feeling confident that they can do the same thing that they did last time.
Yeah, well, which is nice, and it also works both hand in hand with sportsmanship, but also maybe a bit of overconfidence.
100%. I am still trying to work out which team that they're up against. I think I'm going to take a guess as is it one of the Chinese teams, maybe Chinese Taipei or Hong Kong?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, we know. Yes, we got a rematch coming on.
So some Scottish team players there just getting some headset issues sorted before we crack on. But you can see here, so before the game's even started, they can actually see their special effects.
Yeah, which is what that's another tactic.
So you can give away what you're doing, but again, I don't think they're too worried because at this point they probably know what the game plan is. It'd be interesting to see if they go back in, if they change their stats from what they did in the previous one. Now they know what the opposition is doing.
More rolling.
What, they'll add rolling?
Yeah, they're going to add rolling around on because, roll around.
That is true. I am one of the in the UK. There's a team that's actually part of the RAF. And one of their players is renowned for doing the old combat roll.
He does. He does like a combat roll.
He is not here, however, so I'm not convinced we'll see any combat rolls. Combat rolls, by the way, are inefficient and not good. We favour them because they're fun to watch.
I'm going to not agree with that opinion of Tom and think that they're actually probably one of the best tactical things you can do in the game.
I once did a combat roll on a grass court in the rain.
Yeah.
And caused our team to nearly lose because they were too busy laughing.
Well, that's probably what it was then.
Yeah. We managed to pull it back.
Well, if you can do it to the point where you make the other team laugh too much, that's it.
Yeah, you need to stow it.
The winning point.
If you're going to pull out combat rolls, you need a stoic team.
Yes.
All right, but here we go. So we're going to have a rematch coming up for Scotland. I think, again, they're just double-checking all the tech to make sure we've got no issues.
Fingers crossed.
Bear with me, I'm still desperately trying to work out who this other team is. I believe it is Hong Kong. Let's have a look at the live chat if I can get it up and running. Apologies everyone, it's...
And just for everyone back home, I've just seen an octopus on a stick.
Oh.
Very nice. They're actually really tasty.
There is loads of lovely food around
there. They are really tasty. And it's on a stick, which is always the best.
That's fair.
Like marshmallows and hot dogs. We roasted over a campfire. What am I talking about? We're not at a campfire, we're at a Hado match.
We are indeed at a Hado match, so I'm still desperately trying to work on my magic in the background.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get the comments back up so
I
can
do you need some help?
No, I think I've managed it.
Have you? Okay, what are people saying?
Give me a second and I'll tell you.
I'll give you a second, don't you worry. I'll give you more than a second. I might give you 2.
I can't do it, I'll work it out in a minute. So, do you think that anyone's going to change their stats? Do you think any of the teams are going to change their stats?
I don't think Scotland need to.
No, I don't think either.
No. But if that is Taipei, I'd say they probably will.
I think Scotland's tactic they're using right now is probably one that we'll see them repeat throughout the tournament.
Do you think?
Which is, I think they've been practicing it well, which is basically have a shield, put up shields to the 2 shooters on the left and right, who are generally quite accurate, to maximise their shooting potential. And again, the younger player they've got on their team is very good at putting shields up, so I think it's something he doesn't mind doing.
Very good, very good. Well, what we need to see is whether they do that. Now, I'm waiting for what actually is happening here. There's some sort of reset. Some sort of reset going on.
Oh, Scottish team taking a moment to get a nice picture.
Oh, love that. Look at this. Always showmanship. Look at them go.
Yep. You gotta love them. But look how happy they are.
Look at them go. I love that. They're always happy to be here.
That's fair.
No, they're always good sportsmanship from those guys. They're always looking to get people up as well.
I have got the notes, and someone said, "Tom, please, can I have your autograph?"
Oh, wow.
If we can find each other later, then maybe.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't feel left out. Is there any asking for mine? And hey, Will, wonderful Will, can I have an autograph?
I was about to say, so far everyone's saying things like, Tom, you are so terrific.
Wow. I told you, terrific Tom, you're welcome.
There you go.
You're
You've
welcome.
given me a nickname.
Yeah. Is there wonderful Will?
No. Will's rubbish. I'm joking. It
Wow.
doesn't sound.
It's all right. Okay, it's fine. I'll just go crying. I'll just go off.
Hi, Fabian in the audience.
Hello.
Right, so now I've got the chat up.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone's having fun. It's Hong Kong. Thank you, Karen, for letting me know.
No, I know that now. I can see the flag.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, now they can see the flag.
Right, there we go. So I was looking at the thing, but there we go. So the Scottish team there, Alex, Robbie, and Dan.
Yeah, it's Hong Kong. You can tell by the flag.
Versus Hong Kong.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, 1-1.
So 1-1.
Interesting. The tact hasn't kind of changed much really between both teams.
Oh, it looks like Matt frozen again.
It's done it again, but only 2 players.
No, it looks like a whole freeze.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're experiencing some difficulties here.
I'm guessing it's a router issue.
Yeah.
So basically, the way these systems work is all of the headsets will be remotely. So each person's headset talks to a router, and each people's arm set talks to their headset. So if there's a link to the, so if you have a problem with an individual player, it's generally a link between the wristband and the headset.
Yeah.
or that particular headset talking to the router. Whereas if it's affecting all the players like that, what it'll be the router or the computer that's controlling the game that's then having an issue.
Yeah. So the main thing there is, well, we're going to have to really wait until that. Well, yeah, they've left the court. We're going to have to wait here until that actually happens.
They're probably going to switch the headsets over. Because obviously we didn't have any technical issues earlier. So what I suspect is happening is that basically one of the headsets is having an issue where it's not communicating very well with the thing. But let's talk about some of the tactics. So again, what we're seeing out of Scotland is a tactic that some of the other teams are playing, where you have the shielder push to the front, left or right of the court, put a shield up, allow their teammate to move up behind it, and basically get a very frontal position to be aggressive with the other team. Now, that is a good thing to do if you've got somebody on your team that is particularly good at shooting and you want to give them the ability to do so whilst not under pressure.
Yes.
Because all the teams that we see dodging, you've got to bear in mind, when they're dodging like that, it's harder to then shoot. It's much easier to shoot accurately if you're just stationary.
Yeah, well, that was always my issue, is that I couldn't shoot stationary as well as fast moving. Unfortunately, I would mess up on both. But we were the champions, so I'm just going to call that.
We were the champions back when no one knew how to play in the UK, and we'd played slightly more than them. So
we don't need to say.
Oh, we don't need to say. Right, okay, yeah, it was all skill. All
there
the way.
We go. We are the Mr. Miyagis of the Hado world.
Okay, all right.
Come on.
I'm pretty certain that there's more people in Japan that are definitely more. The person.
I'm not having it.
But here we go. We've got the guys coming back onto the court, looking happy.
Wax on.
I'm not convinced that training works.
It did.
Hado,
Oh, it did, because you
paint the fence does.
No, because you did it with your legs.
Oh, I'm with you. That's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. All right, so let's see if Hong Kong can turn it around here in this rematch.
I'm excited.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like a rematch could go the other way. You know, now that you've seen what the opposite teams are doing, there is an element of not it. The longer you play against the team, the more likely you are to spot something like a pattern in their dodging that you can take advantage of.
Well, that's the thing, they don't want to spend as much court time as possible on there. Because, like you say, the more time they've got to adapt to their gameplay, the more other teams have got that time too. They're going to be watching this. They're not going to be sat around doing nothing. They're going to be sat watching this, seeing what they do, what kind of things they're pulling out. Yeah.
No, 100%.
This is why, it was quite nice of Scotland to accept that rematch, because at the end of the day, it was 9-1.
I was about to say, if this goes in the way of Hong Kong winning it, I think the Scotland team deserve a bit of credit, because
I agree.
I definitely feel like they mostly won that game.
Yes. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Fully agree with that.
I have just realised I need to get my power bank out. In 2 seconds.
I'll yes.
Leave it to you to talk about interesting things for a second.
Okay, so interesting things. The arena's on a boat. That's quite interesting. Yeah, Tom's just currently getting his power bank because he needs to charge his phone so we can continue to look at your comments and speak to you lovely people so we can interact. So that's the main thing. So he's just getting that out right now. Scotland, what they're doing is they're doing a bit of a tester. They're shooting. Not Hong Kong right now aren't doing much, but they're ready to start. Ooh, we still have a high shield. We still have a high shield from Hong Kong.
I'm here.
And he's back. Hey, welcome back. Good timing. And that starts. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, shield up at the very beginning on the front right. Oh, 1-0 to Hong Kong. Ooh, Tom, it's going to come into fruition what you were talking about.
Could do, but Scotland can remain calm. They're experienced players. I'm sure that they'll be fine.
Will it come true tomorrow? Okay, it's 1-1. 60 seconds left. It's looking strong, very strong from both teams right now. And the shield, they're mimicking the shield there. Very good tactic like we saw in the very beginning. Scotland now taking the lead to 3-1. 48 seconds left.
Again, if you look how calm Scotland are, they're not worried.
It's a lot of movement for Scotland. 4-2. They've been doing this a while. They've been playing the sport for a long time. They're veterans. They're not going to buckle under any pressure. Look, they've got that shield again. They're hiding behind it. What Hong Kong needs to do is go shield, attack, and we need to take that down. If it doesn't go down, then you can just hide behind it forever.
I was about to say, Alex on the far side of the court there getting well shielded, so he's able to just hang at the front and do some really nice accurate shots.
7-2.
And it's very difficult to dodge those shots coming off the side of the court like that.
It is, but they've slowed down.
They can do it. They can do it now. I mean, this is the chance. You've got 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Try and push, get those knockouts.
9 seconds. Oh, 10-4. Love that one.
Hong Kong can get aggressive. They might be able to do something here.
3 seconds. Oh, and time's up.
Lovely sliding attack there from Dan at the end there.
See, sliding. It works.
Oh, 100%.
Love the slide.
Dan is a deceptive player. He's such a good shot, and he can be so agile in his dodging. He's such a brilliant person to play against. But again, Hong Kong, good job there. Good shield work from both teams, and basically putting them up to counter each other.
Counter shields were good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching those counter shields.
Again, the dynamic is an interesting one because what you saw was 2 shields at the start, giving Dan and Alex and the Scottish team a chance of getting an early lead.
Yes.
But then they basically one-sided the shield, so they put the shields on the left-hand side. Now, there's a psychological element of that is actually quite important, which is when you put lots of shields on one side, it becomes daunting to try and knock it down. So the reason Alex was able to stand on that front left-hand side of the court for so long is because they were like, well, we're going to forget about him. He's behind his shield. There's not what we can do about it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to focus on the shield and down, which wasn't a good idea. They needed to knock him down.
This is what we spoke about before. We spoke about this before in the last games. If someone sits at the back and just make sure they're not seen or hit, then they could just be a smiling sniper. That's who it is. It's the smiling sniper. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. You got to watch out for those smiling snipers, you know.
If you've not noticed, Will loves a bit of alliteration.
Oh, I do.
Which
Terrific, terrific, Tom. Can't go wrong with it.
Smiling snipers.
Terrific, Tom.
Serious. I don't know.
Wonderful Will.
Wonderful Will.
Yeah.
Happy Hado. I don't know.
He's very happy, Hado. That's very good. I like that.
It is.
Yeah. See, you're starting to understand the alliteration and what joys it brings.
You should work in marketing.
Thank you.
So, who have we got up next? Who was that we just had? That was Scotland versus
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. I've worked out where we are.
Good work.
Oh, this next match is going to be a very interesting one. If it's
Tell me.
I'm just pointing at it on my bit of paperwork.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm right. I'm definitely right.
Okay, what? China versus Japan?
China versus Japan.
Ooh, here we go. The showmanship of the Japanese team. I can't wait to see it.
So this is the favourites, who I would say is Japan currently,
Yes,
against China,
very good.
who are also an incredibly good team and could well go on to win it.
Yes, I love it. Very good. Oh, absolutely love it.
Mister there versus
Mr.
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
This is probably going to be the most high-octane game that we've seen all day.
Yeah. Yeah, guy, I'm very excited for this one.
Whoever did the planning to make sure that we got to see this game, good job.
Yeah, thank you. Because it's going to be so fast-paced.
Yeah, we do want to not see this one.
The jumping, the sprinting, the running around. This is going to be the intense game. Woo! Everyone's getting ready, huddling.
They are indeed.
I love a good huddle. Can we huddle before we commentate?
Huddle before we commentate. We can huddle during the commentating.
Oh,
they might get a bit annoyed with us and go, can you spread your chairs out? But we can do it.
No, nothing like a good huddle, everyone. Yes. We love a good huddle. Yeah.
Right. So, what's your prediction between these two teams?
I think Japan's going to win. I like Japan. They're such lovely people, and the showmanship is great. So I think Japan.
That's fair. I don't know. We've not seen this Chinese team play yet, and I think we could have an upset.
Ooh, you like a bit of an upset, don't you?
I do like a bit of an upset, so I guess I'm back in China
very
right now.
slow orb there. Is that on purpose?
Could be a shield build. It's very small. I feel like that's a shield player.
Or are they doing it on purpose?
No, they're not changing it. It's a shield player.
Oh, it is.
So there's a shield build on each team.
Here we go. This is going to be so good. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Oh, he's right on the edge of that court. Look how far he is on the edge of that court.
Lovely slide dive to get the shield up there.
Wow.
Player forward immediately getting.
Oh, 1-0 to Japan. 2-0 to Japan. 3-0 to Japan. Oh, let's go.
But again, China not afraid of getting on that front line and trying to fight them. And that's what we need.
It is what we need. Oh, lovely support there from the sideline. See the screaming there, the shouting, the intensity. Oh, look at this with the shield player then. You see it from the back, needed to dodge.
I did, but again, Japan do a really good job at carrying those shields, but knocking them down.
Also from the right-hand side.
Yep.
Wow. China are playing so well.
They are.
5-1 to Japan. This is intense. This is really intense.
30 seconds left on the clock. Can't trying to put it back and get some more points.
Look at the slide. That slide was amazing. We need more of that.
He's only got the one shield left. He's done it.
Oh,
so that's the shield's gone to Japan now.
Yeah.
But again, dominant position on the court, taking the centre line.
Another slide to hit. Oh, they got taken out from the slide. Really good accuracy there. Wow, that player at the front's getting absolutely pinned. Wow. Wow.
Athleticism in that.
That was crazy.
And again, shout out to the player who's doing the shields on the Japanese team, because he also got a knockout, which is not easy to do. So, again, I mean, we kind of predicted that Japan were going to be the favourites, but seeing them play China there
was insane.
Yeah, 100%. I think they are 100% the tournament favourites right now. It'd be interesting to see what happens when they go up against some of the players from Group A.
Yeah.
I do think they can be beaten. I do think that their dodging is good, but you know, it's one of those things with a particularly good team. Until you see them under absolute pressure, you don't know how they're going to do. But there you go. You can see the showmanship here in the replay. Absolute credit. Again, the energy coming off the sidelines there is intense. So there, China getting behind their double shield at the front, but Japan just working really well with some sort of jumping, sliding shots. Again, lovely work from both teams.
Did you just say slides?
I mean, there was jumping slides on all sides of that game.
See, what did I say? Slides wins games.
That's very true. We've got some people saying cool in the chat. You're not wrong. It was a nice game.
It was so fast-paced.
I do feel that the person who said it might be a fan of the Japanese team, but they're not wrong.
Wow, we seem to have a very, very long GoPro on a stick in front of us.
All right, here we go. So we've got the Hado E-Blacks, which I know a lot of players and the audience at home, versus Turkey.
Yes!
It's going to be an interesting one.
I can't wait to see Turkey play.
So the Hado E-Blacks are playing really well. So and we've not seen them actually yet.
No.
This is going to be the first game we actually get to commentate for them. But based on the score before...
You should vote, go for E-Black.
Oh, I'm backing the E-Blacks.
Yeah, you back. I'll back Turkey.
Yeah, you got this, guys.
Yeah, let's have a watch.
I'm giving a double thumbs up. One of them's looking very happy over there in his yellow hat.
Yeah, exactly what's going on.
I'm not sure if he's giving us a thumbs up or somebody in the audience. It feels like that moment where he thumbs up somebody else.
Well, no, we're going to take credit for it, so we're all good for that.
That's fair.
Thumbs up us.
Okay, Turkey is a good team.
Do you know what I was thinking, actually?
They're not to be underestimated.
Could be the guy holding the New Zealand flag.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was probably that. Yeah, Turkey shouldn't be underestimated here. They are an incredibly good team. But, again, them and the E-Blacks seem to be quite well positioned in the group scoring.
I love it. This is what we like to see. Ooh, you know, close matches where they get really intense at each other. Those are the best ones to watch. You're like, wah! And at the end they shake hands.
Oh, 100%.
It's always the best way to be.
I'm just trying to get any information I can about who's doing what.
Yeah,
I think the middle player on the E-Blacks might be doing a shield build.
His arms down.
Well, he did a bit of a run forward to put it up. So, but
right.
Which is normally a tell you don't want to give away if you are doing it. So unless he was just
trying to
throw them off.
Yeah.
But again, if the shielder is anyone, it's going to be that middle player on the E-Blacks in the middle.
Yeah, or it could be somebody who runs from right to middle.
The fact he's crouching makes me think he's going to go for an early push forward, maybe.
That's what you want. Look at this, they're so ready to play.
Okay, we've got shield builds on both teams.
Yeah. And they're off. Let's go, let's go. I think none of them put shields up. We were sat there going, we were so sure that we were going to put shields.
There we go.
Up. Okay, there's one.
Diving slide.
Okay, fine. I do always find impressive the sliding shield.
It's so hard to do because you've got to keep your arms like this.
Turkey are playing so well right now. Wow. Turkey always never ceases to impress me.
That E-Black shield that they just used probably wasn't the best position at the back there. These ones that they put up at the front are much more aggressive, much better.
Yeah.
But again, Turkey just chilling because no one on the E-Black team is knocking the other shield down.
Yes, we don't need to. We're just going to fire through, right? We don't need to move. They're in the lead. There's no point. There's no pressure.
Okay, so what's going on right now is the E-Blacks are allowing the person on the far right of the court to knock the shields down with a higher charge rate.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're not helping them knock them down. You need to all just focus fire.
Yeah, of course. And what's happening at the moment is they're just being dominated in points when you're getting attacked.
100%. So they've still got 12 seconds left. Can they turn around and get some more points back on the board?
8 seconds. 8-2. 5 seconds.
Lovely
9-2.
coming out from those players in the E-Black team there.
Woo!
Turkey well played.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
But yeah, I mean, it's again nice to see some of these teams coming out of Group B.
Yeah.
Again, there was a moment where Turkey were just absolutely relaxed, despite the fact that there were some really well-positioned shields coming out of the New Zealand team, which is generally a very good sign that you're feeling confident, you're feeling not under pressure, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think. Well, what do you think about the stage of the group so far? I think this is a very competitive group.
I think they also. The thing is, so it's one of those things when they split the groups up, right? And you're always looking at it going, is there a nice balance? Mm-hmm. Is it going to be unfair on anyone else? Genuinely, I think they've done a really good job. I mean, I know there's an element of randomness to it, but both groups have some really good teams, so it's tough. But I'll be perfectly honest, the level of play from all the teams is at that level where you don't know which way it's going to go.
Yes. No, I fully agree with you. But from the games we've seen so far, I think this group seems stronger.
I think you might be right.
Just from what I've seen.
The energy levels that we've got out of these last couple of games.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, your Korea and your England, yeah, they're strong. They are. But what I'm saying is, from what we've seen so far, it's been just jumping.
I was about to say
crazy.
China, Turkey, for example. If we put them up against England, from what we saw earlier today, Turkey would win.
Yeah, I agree.
From what we've seen. Now, whether that's because England took it easy and didn't need to pull anything out.
But we think they did.
I
think England took every single game they played easily. As in,
they did. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think they had to go all the way.
Yeah,
which goes to the point about Japan, right? We often say Japan's dominant, right? Yeah. But the problem is, till they get pressured, you're not going to know how they deal with that.
Well, that's the thing. Are they actually 5 times better under pressure?
100%, which can happen.
I don't know.
All right, so here we got the Moorish guys versus the team that I hopefully didn't miss. Hang on, I'll look it up.
By the way, as you can all tell,
Chinese Taipei.
So Tom's actually in charge of doing this, by the way. So thanks, Tom.
What's that?
Looking up the list.
Oh, looking up lists. I'm all about lists and spreadsheets.
He loves lists, but you didn't get it then.
I didn't. But yeah, this is Morocco versus Chinese Taipei.
Okay.
So this is one of the Chinese teams. It'll be. I don't know. Again, I don't know which way this is going to go. Obviously, the Chinese Taipei teams, I've not seen them play yet. So this is the guys we're looking at right now. Morocco, again, not 100%.
I'm not sure either. I am excited. Are you, Tom? Tom.
I'm very excited, quite frankly, because if the rest of the group that we've seen so far is anything to go by, this is going to be an intense match.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. Who are you going for?
I think I'm going to go back Taipei because their shirts look amazing.
Okay, I'll go Morocco.
Not that that should be your favourite thing. Like, you should go based on shirts.
I think you should.
Okay.
I think you should.
I like the colourful shirts.
It is quite impressive. It looks like the galaxy.
I don't know. It feels like synthwave retro to me.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I see it.
I like a bit of synthwave retro. But again, I'm not seeing any tells from anyone. Like, so again, it's one of those things to watch out for, where you're trying to work out before the game starts, like what people are doing on this team.
Yeah.
But like, no one's given me any obvious signs of sort of I'm a shielder or I'm a whatever. Again, the one to watch out for the audience at home is if you see anyone dropping their arm during the warm-up phase.
Then they're tired.
Then it's probably. I like the way he's got his strap on his side of his head. I'm not 100% sold on that idea.
What?
That could fall off. So good luck to him. But it's maybe he's keen to not
So he
mess his
hasn't
hair
gone
up.
over the top?
He's kind of gone to the side. So maybe he just doesn't want to mess his hair up.
Well, we're all here for showmanship.
Either that or he knows something I don't.
Well,
And he's got a secret technique that's going to come into effect.
these are world champion athletes.
That's true.
That's why.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so we do have shielders both sides. What is this? The blue team. We've got 2 shielders. Interesting. This is going to be very interesting. So that means they've got a total of like 11 shields.
Guy on the left. Oh, synchronized slide shield. Wow.
Okay, but the question is, do they have the firepower to get through the opposite shield?
That was amazing. Wow, that is insane. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. 2 double shields again. Look at all these shields going up in front of shields. This is crazy.
I mean, so the question is, can those shields actually stay up long enough that they can get through all the shields on the team? And it looks like they have. Like, fundamentally, they've still got some shields in the bank. But it's going to start going in the favour of the Chinese team in a second. Because, here we go. So all the shields are pretty much out now. We've still got 2 more that can be used.
Oh, wow, 2-1. Oh, they're going round the shield. See that technique I told you, we told you before, me and Tom, shooting round the shields if you go to the corner of the court. 4-1.
I think Morocco needs to use these 2 last shields that they've got right now.
7 seconds, they need to. Go, shoot. If they could have got all of them, because they were all on 1 petal left, if they could have got all of them, that would have been insane.
Again, staying calm under pressure there from the Chinese Taipei team. Absolute credit. One of them looked like he was pulling off dance moves while he was playing, which is absolute fair play. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. The problem when you have a double shield tactic like that is you don't have the firepower later in the round, so you need to get an early lead. And they did take a 1-point lead, but they needed a much bigger separation. Otherwise, they weren't going to win that second
So
half.
what you're saying is we need to win through the power of dance.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. If you're a breakdancer and want to come and take up Hado, I'm pretty confident you might actually do pretty well.
Yeah, you do pretty well.
Can you imagine doing the worm or something?
That synchronized slide
It was
shield
super cool.
was amazing. That needs to be on highlights. That has to be on highlights.
That needs to be a highlight.
Both of them just coming in and going straight up.
That's fair.
So I think we're going to come over to the big screen in a minute.
Oh, great. But yeah, I mean, this game is absolutely immense. Yeah, the dodging actually coming out of the Taipei team was absolutely brilliant.
That's what we want.
And the other thing is they switched sides at one point as well, which I think can be quite distracting for the opposite team.
Yes.
Because if you, for example, you're used to having one person in front of you, and then all of a sudden that person switches with somebody on the opposite side of the court, all of a sudden all that knowledge that you've been gaining about how that person's dodging, all that sort of stuff just disappears, and you've got to relearn it.
Yep. Well, learning is fun, Tom.
It is. Look at that cityscape.
Oh,
that is directly just in front or behind the court from where we're sitting.
Yeah, that's in front of us. That is literally our view.
Here we go. So this is going to be an interesting game.
Oh!
We've got Hado Scotland versus Mr. the Japanese team. Now, I know the Scottish team are going to love this game. I do think that they are 100% the underdogs.
They're going to enjoy it.
But they'll love it. Yeah.
I think they will, because the one thing I like about the Scottish team is they love playing against people who are really good.
It's the only way to get better.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you come to these World Cups, you get to play people from literally all the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Again, the Japanese team are brilliant, but you won't know how good you are until you play someone who's...
Here we go, Scotland, let's go.
You've got this Scottish team. We've got faith in you.
We have got lots of faith in you.
Look, I'm absolutely behind them 100% just because they're the underdogs in this match, and we're biased.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, for the UK. Apologies, Japan.
Yeah.
I don't think you need our support right now. I think you're going to do well with that.
They've got a lot of support.
Yeah, they do.
Even though I really like Japan. I love how they play.
100%. I do think we're going to see the same tactic coming out of the Scottish team that we've seen earlier. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to end up with one of the players coming to the front.
Okay.
And basically putting a shield up for his two teammates.
Yeah, that's what I think.
My prediction from what we've seen of the Japanese team is that they will probably have one person shielding to counter, and they will basically work angles around the shields that come out from the Scottish team.
Yes.
So expect counter shields from Japan with some basically sliding angle shots.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, there's some warm-up shots going on. That's what we like to see. Warm-up shots. Dun, 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 dun.
Got a lot of fans in the chat shouting on Scotland right now. I think everyone's cheering for
that's what we want.
Although there were some Japanese people we just saw on the screen there who are obviously supporting the Japan team. Oh, looks like they're stepping off the court, which means that they're probably just doing a quick headset change.
Okay.
Probably a battery level thing.
Yeah, could be all for the calibration.
Yeah, 100%. That can happen, so they will be keeping track from the main station, like how all the batteries are doing on all the systems. But sometimes it's difficult to tell, and then you'll go out on the court and go, hang on a minute, let's switch out.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, so we're just waiting right now on the people on the left-hand side to be ready, and then that's going to move on.
100%.
There's a lot of shouting going on. This is Japan. Look at this thing. Whoever's the cameraman needs to get on this person here. A cameraman definitely needs to go on this Japanese person at the front, screaming and giving it his all.
He's going to pass out in a minute if you can shout like that.
He is. He just keeps shouting.
But instead, we're getting some awesome drone shots, and that's where we are right now. We're on next to the international port, I believe, where a lot of cruise ships come in. We've taken over a part of this sort of riverside there.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant venue, absolutely thanks. I believe there was hundreds of people down here building it for us over the last few days. So shout out to all the people that helped us. Shout out to all the
hey, Scotland's coming back out.
Here we go.
Very good, very good.
I love the fact he's shouting back at the audience.
Yes, yes, that's what we like to see. They can take our lives, but they can never take our freedom.
Definitely some Braveheart vibes coming out of the Scottish team right now.
That's what we like. Okay, awesome. Oh, that's funny.
Right, here we go. So
just getting prepped. Oh, he's going. Hey, what's going on here?
He's checking his system.
Oh, checking it synchronized with the right one.
Who's checking that they've got the right ones.
That can happen where you get given a handset that's with the wrong headset.
Yeah.
That can be problematic.
Detrimental. Quite detrimental. That's not what we want.
Yeah, like you do the firing motion and your mate fires. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Oh, God. That would be one way to trick someone up, though, wouldn't it?
Like, there's only so many ways of teamwork that you can do.
Yeah, okay.
But here we go. So we're getting ready to go.
Oh, it's getting exciting. I think we're about to go on big screen now as well.
Cool. Well, Japan versus Scotland. So again, just for the audience at home, everyone get the best wishes going on for Scotland.
Yeah.
They are the underdogs,
but we also want to say good luck to Japan as well.
100%.
You know, we like Japan as well. Japan is my favourite.
We do indeed. But it would be nice to see, like, a true underdog story.
It would, yes. Yes, I know what you mean.
Let's do it. 8 seconds on the clock. We've got a shield on both teams.
Here we go. Oh, shield on both teams.
So, yeah, my prediction.
Okay, we're off.
We're going to get shield front left first from the red team.
Oh, here we go.
Which will go up in front of Alex, probably.
Oh, nothing yet. No shields yet. No shields. I think he's going to hit 70. Yeah, that's where he is. As soon as he hits 70 seconds, that's where we got one straight on, like straight up in the middle of the court. Ooh,
good work.
Still 1-0.
Lovely shield. That's it. Good one on the front down.
Oh, okay. Are Scotland going to try and match the shields, or are they just going to go up and try and be aggressive?
Scotland are doing well at the minute.
They are doing well.
They're sort of 30 seconds in, and they've got the shield advantage right now. If they can just get them up now, they might stand a chance to get those points back.
Oh, look at the sliding across the floor there with the dodging. Would you even be able to see it? I don't think I'd be able to ever get it.
But again, if you look, like Scotland are actually pushing them back a bit.
Yeah, they're doing well.
This is the furthest back we've seen the Japanese team for a while. Yeah. Normally they'll be more in front.
It's 4-0.
We are nearly at the point where the shields are out, at which point it's possibly going to go into Japan's favour.
Wow.
Lovely point there.
1 point.
Here we go, come on.
20 seconds left, 5-1.
This is it, 2-5. Come on, Scotland, you can do it.
6-2, 15 seconds left. Who's going to have the last shield? That's what we're going to look at.
Mr. getting more confident, taking the front of the court. He's getting very aggressive in each other's
faces. Doing really well, Scotland here. 5 seconds left.
Cross shots coming in from Dan. Is he going to get the knockout?
Wow.
He tried to do it at the end. I was hoping of that cross shot was going to get it. It was nice positioning from Dan. Really nice play from both teams. Scotland.
Yes.
Really well played.
Very well played, Japan. Very well played, Scotland. Really good.
Mr. doing such a good job there.
At least I could breathe at that one.
I'll be honest. Again, my adrenaline was going up there at the end.
Yeah,
I was like, with the Scotland signs, to get a couple of points on the board. Like, it's not easy just even getting points on the board against someone like Mr. who can dodge the way they do.
Well, it's this sliding left, right, up, down. What it is they start high and then end low to back, then high.
Oh, 100%.
And it's just, you can't see it. You can't work around it. And it's really hard to judge where they're going to be to then fire it at the actual location.
100%.
It's tough.
I want to give Dan a shout out for a play he tried to make at the end, which is he stepped forward, put his shield up, and tried to get a cross shot on one of the guys on the opposite team.
Was that Dan?
Yeah.
Okay, Dan from Scotland. Really good play at the last one. We would say that was the MVP play for Scotland?
It was a really good last-ditch effort of trying to get some points on the board. So,
good.
Which is what we need. Like, you don't want to just give up. You've got to keep playing.
Yeah, you always have to keep going for those energy shots. But what happened there? They almost overran each other. Did you see that? They got quite clumped.
I think there was an element of bumping each other. The thing is, the Scottish team haven't played loads together in comparison to some of the teams. Like Mr, I suspect, have been playing together for a very long time. Like, they know where their teammates are going to be and things like that. Well, Scotland are a sort of a newer formation of different teams put together.
Yeah.
Which means that there's going to be elements of them, bumping each other. The thing is, when you push forwards, you can't look behind you. You need to be looking towards the opposition.
So it usually takes either verbal information of where you are.
Yep.
So, for example, on back left, back right, and behind you, to stop you bumping into each other.
Yep.
And that's one of the big things.
You need to know what
rotations.
Rotations. So, like, if I'm pushing the front. Okay, so who we got next? Hong Kong versus Turkey.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, Turkey we know are very good. We've seen them play earlier. Hong Kong we saw, and they were pretty good as well, if I'm incredible. I think the Hado Turkey team probably is the stronger out of these two based on what we've seen so far. Yeah,
from what we've seen so far, yes. I'm going to stick with Turkey.
That's fair. I mean, we've not seen all the players from Hong Kong yet, so it could be that they're going to switch somebody evil out. Again, Hado Turkey are a very experienced team.
Yeah.
They did very well in the first tournament they held in their country. They won it, I believe, in the European sort of venue. Somebody's waving. I don't know if they're waving at us.
I don't think they are, Tom. I don't think they're waving at us.
They're waving at the camera, but we wave back. So I'm just going to keep waving. If anyone waves in this general direction,
we'll just wave at you. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We'll just wave at you. So,
audience, if you ever walk past, feel free
if
to wave
anyone
in our direction.
fancies a wave, just turn around and wave us,
Yep.
and we'll just give you a wave.
Yep. But yeah, I think Turkey are probably not the underdogs in this one.
No.
I think that it's
I think Shields, Tom. I think at the beginning it's going to be Shields up the front. So I think as soon as it hits 70, they're going to go bang Shields,
right,
and then they're going to sit back and accurate. That's what I think is going to happen.
I have no clue. I'll withhold judgment until I see them on the court.
Very good. Man with the tank top on there, putting his thumbs up. Very good.
I was about to say, but again, this is one of the spotters on the side of the pitch that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It'll be key to giving information to their team when they can. It's difficult. As I say, the thing that you can't get across when you're looking at the third person is how much stuff is going on. Because on your heads-up display when you're playing the game, you have various things you're keeping track of.
Yes.
You've got an energy bar at the bottom. You've got your arm up, is charging energy, and you can charge up to, I think it's 6 shots. So you can fire one as, you can charge to one, fire it, or you can charge all the way up to 6, and you've got 6 you can fire in rapid succession.
What would you do?
A mixture of both, depending on the circumstance.
Yeah.
If I would end up being often a person that would deal with shields a lot.
Yeah.
So I would try and keep my energy levels at the higher end of that bar, which means when the shield goes up, I can put 6 shots into it straight away.
See, I'd be the guy rolling a lot. I'd be missing a lot and rolling a lot, and
that's fair.
It'd be good.
The other thing you've got on there is you've got a crosshair, so you've got to obviously aim that at your opponent. And then there's also one bit that I don't think a lot of people use, but there's a display that tells you which of your petals is still left.
Yes.
And that's a really good one that I suspect
for
a lot
dodging.
of these players will know. But effectively, you can see there and go, okay, I've got my bottom petal is left, which means I don't really want to be dodging up because the chances
you want to be dodging
you want to be dodging down.
Yeah.
So they can use information like that. But the problem is when you've got all of that on your screen, and you've got energy orbs coming at you in your face, and you've got to worry about running your teammates. This is where the players off the pitch can really help out because they can not be under pressure, spot some stuff that you might not have spotted, and shout really good advice from the sidelines. So having members of your team off the pitch is actually really important.
That's the spotter. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is the main thing that we were talking about before. The spotter on the side of the pitch is actually really important. They're the guys really sitting there going, look, back left, you need to target them. There's a smiling sniper, there's a guy at the back not doing much, but he's actually firing really accurately and taking out your team. 100%. That's one of the big things.
I've just seen a comment from somebody, so shout out to the person who said this, but the Scottish Shielder has apparently only been playing for 9 months.
Oh, wow.
And he's already here, and he's genuinely very good
Really
player.
good.
So he's got a bright future ahead of him there.
Well, we love that. So, by the way, just for everyone wondering, what Tom is doing is he's checking the comments on the live system, so we can see comments live, so we can react to them and let them know what we see and kind of answer their questions.
Absolutely. So if you've got any questions you want to ask, feel free to ask them. We might not be able to answer them, but we might. Absolute credit to the drone footage guy. Love to see it.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
It does. And this entire area is just absolutely amazing.
Well, the sun's really coming out now, so I just want to urge everyone here, please keep drinking water.
Make sure you stay hydrated.
It gets really warm here. I've got mine, Tom has got his, so we're staying hydrated.
100%. So up next, we're going to have, let's have a look.
Ooh, who's playing, Tom? Who's playing?
This is going to be an interesting game. We're going to have, I think, New Zealand versus... hang on. No, we're still waiting for the game before.
Okay, yeah.
We're still waiting for Turkey versus...
No.
No, did we have that?
Yeah, Hong Kong versus Turkey. Yeah.
We are waiting for that one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I got distracted by my... by
Guys,
my not paying attention.
we do this for a living.
Yeah, professionals.
We professionally do this.
It's not a good sign that my brain's melted this early.
It's not working well. It's not working well.
But yeah, it'll be an interesting one. So we talked about what we're going to do tactics-wise. I'm still not going to make any decisions until I see the players on the court.
I'm going to still go with Turkey.
We could ask the Turkish team to give us a clue.
Oh, yes. Team Turkey, turn around and wave at us.
Yeah, can you give us a thumbs up if you're doing shields? I don't think they want to give that away.
No, I wouldn't answer you either.
No, here they are. They're coming to the court now.
Okay, here we go.
Round of applause. Excellent.
Here we go.
I do think Turkey's going to have a slight edge here.
Yes. See, I think, again, like I said, it's going to be a shield in the 70-second mark, and then it's going to be just firepower.
We've seen that most teams today will have some kind of shield at level 5 shields.
Yes.
It's very rare that we've had anyone just go straight shootout. I prefer the straight shootout matches,
So do I.
if I'm being honest. Obviously, just because they can go any which way.
Yeah.
The problem is, I do think the shield play is more sensible to keep it reduces your risk, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, it takes more teamwork, and at this level, effectively everyone's got very good teamwork.
Well, this is what you need, is the communication we were talking about.
Yeah.
it's all about the rotation. I think everything is based on, with the actual tactics of it, is time. I think they're using time
to like,
do
know when
certain
you're doing
moves
stuff.
and when to do things.
100%, yeah. I think so with shields, for example, there is an element of you need to spread them out across the game sensibly, so that you do have to respond to what the other team are doing.
Yeah.
Or you could be the team that dictates the pace by going, right, we're going to do one at 10 seconds in, we're going to do one at 20 seconds in,
Yes.
and so on. Or you could just go, right, we're going to get an early lead, we're going to use 5 of them in the first half of the game, in the first 40 seconds, and just accept the fact that we're going to dodge it.
You've got to keep moving. Yeah. Well, this is another thing. Is would you want to use them all or wait to the end? Because it depends how tired you get.
Yeah.
I would like to dodge probably for the first 30, 40 seconds and then put up shields and hold back. That's me personally.
It's the best way
because I get tired.
It's the best way to feel out your opponents as well.
Yeah.
Because if you don't let them shoot at you when you don't have a shield, you're never going to know if you can dodge them if you're in the moment that you need to.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me, I think the first 10 seconds of the game, you want to just feel it out. It also gives you, the other thing is at the start, they start with no energy with the ability to shoot. So the first 10 seconds normally, people will be trying to gain charge, especially the players. We've not talked about sniper builds and stuff, but if there's a player out there that's putting, for example, 4 into speed or 4 into scale, they don't have as many points left in charge, so it takes them longer to get their shots.
Right.
And what they'll be doing at the start, if they're sensible, is charging up to get 6 shots, because it means you've got more flexibility than to put shots
Then to
where you
put
need
your
them.
shields up. Yeah. This is why we're seeing a lot of waiting the 10 seconds. So we're seeing in that 10-second mark, that's when the shield's going up, because they're wanting to fire once charged and then put a shield up. That's what's happening, and that's why we're waiting and we're not getting much shield work after that 10 seconds.
No, 100%. Excellent discourse going on in our chat online. Lots of people having a chat about basically various, how people are trained and stuff like that. So keep it up. Right, yeah. So
looks like we could be ready to go soon, but we might be having a handset issue there by the looks of things.
That's fine. They'll get that sorted pretty quick. The tech team seems to be doing a really good job. So absolute shout out to them. I would say that the Hado tech is extremely robust.
Yes.
But they will not want to be having any mistakes here, because the great thing about this sport in some ways is we do have some refs keeping an eye on certain things. But the game kind of refs itself.
Yes.
There's bounds around the court, like what you guys can't see when you're, when you're playing, you'll be able to see it. There's actually like edges of the court that when you go outside of it, and there's all sorts of rules that can control it.
Yes.
So because of that, there aren't very many kind of odd ref calls or anything.
Yeah, it's not like penalty or things like that.
Yeah,
it doesn't really
it's
work.
very rare.
Yeah,
very rare.
The game will moderate itself.
Yeah, the only thing you might end up in a situation is something where you go, you might have a reshoot or something if
technology.
Yeah,
we saw that later today.
100%. But here we go. Turkey is going to hopefully be ready in just a moment. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but basically the important thing here is that if you look at the banners at either end of the court, the blue and the red banner, that's actually what the headsets are using to track their position.
It is, yes.
So at the start of the game, they'll be looking at it, and it's like a QR code, effectively, that it registers in so it says, I'm here. It's not quite that simple, because it's also got like gyroscopes and stuff in the headset.
Yes.
So effectively, once you've locked in, you can do things like look away, and it will still know where you are.
Well, that's what you mean. It locks it in with the gyro within the actual headset itself. Yeah,
100%.
That's a big thing. Oh, there's a lot of stretching going on here.
That's good.
Wonderful.
You got
to stay limber. Gotta stay limber.
This
gotta stay limber.
This is a sport of agility. If you are agile,
it's all about being agile and being stretchy.
100%.
And also bouncy.
You've
got to be bouncy.
Yeah.
If you're not bouncy, then you won't Hado.
No, 100%. Here we go.
Okay.
It looks like we will have a shield coming out of the red team. Yep, shield is both sides.
Yeah, I thought so. I think after the 10 seconds, so 70 seconds, I think they're going to throw it up.
No, got one early.
Oh, wait for it. I think
So
Team
Turkey's taking their time.
I think Team Turkey will wait for this 70-second mark.
Okay, so the other team is just trying to repeatedly put shields up.
Okay, maybe around those. Maybe they weren't checking the time a little bit, but he's got a good cross shot. See that little sniper thing I was talking about? He's got a cross shot on that right-hand side. Turkey, lovely jump dodge.
So Turkey technically have the shield lead here as well. If they can get rid of these shields, then they're going to have the definite advantage. 2 points on the board and with the shield lead, it's looking good for Turkey right now.
Looking strong. 3-0 with 44 seconds left to go.
Yeah.
4-0.
The Hong Kong team need to get around those shields.
How would they do it though, Tom? Tell us.
They've got to push to the front right of the court right now and try and get a cross shot on the player that's behind it. Equally, the other team just put one up there, so it's difficult to do that.
8-0, 30 seconds left. Wow, okay.
really good positioning.
Look at the
on those
accuracy from
shields.
Turkey there. Look at the head movement with the changes sliding up. I can't breathe.
So if you notice, the Turkish team are perfectly happy with or without shields. The reason they use shields is to allow themselves to get a bit further forwards and just calmly basically knock out the opposition.
Yeah. And it's working really well for them. Look at this. You can tell how good their head movement is by look. There are no points. They had nothing taken away from them. 2 seconds and we're up.
I think that's probably one of the most dominant victories we've had all day, actually.
That was strong head movement.
Yeah.
The head movement, everything moving around. It was like a little flick whether you go like this. It's just, it really works.
So I think what Hong Kong tried to do at the start there was...
It's like a L'Oreal advert.
That's fair.
You know, for your hair?
I do think what Hong Kong tried to do there wasn't necessarily a bad idea.
Yeah,
It was basically try and get an early point on the score.
Yeah.
So they pushed heavily down the left-hand side. Obviously, what Turkey did to counter it was quite smart as well. So
Yeah.
they ended up basically putting a player on the far left of the court doing cross shots onto them, and then put a shield up in front of it as well, which effectively allowed them to nullify what Hong Kong was doing. They got the shield advantage because they were putting their shields up slower, but being more effective with them. And yeah, just overall really well played from the Turkish team.
I thought it was really good. And just to let everyone know, here's looking at the big screen. We're going to hand it over to the Chinese commentators. Everyone here, don't worry, who's on our screen, it's still going to be us.
We'll still be here.
We're just handing it over to the Chinese commentators for the big screen, which you guys can't see.
100%. What I would say is, while I'm looking at the guys online, there's about a bazillion Turkish flags.
Ah, that's what we like to see. Good.
But yeah, absolutely well played, Turkey.
Yeah, really well done.
Turkey are doing so well that I'm actually a bit like, I'm not quite sure how they're going to do like for the tournament, because they're looking decisively good at the minute. So up next after this is going to be let me have a look. New Zealand versus Morocco. Give me your thoughts on that.
Well, so I'm going to talk for a good minute, 2 minutes and a half, because Tom needs a little break to have a little thing to eat and just make sure that he's refueled. So, what I think within this game, we saw very, very much so from Morocco that they like to push up the front and hit with a lot of like actual shots down court. There was a few shields that you'd like to sit back, but they weren't really firing a lot down at shields themselves. So one of their biggest downfalls we saw whilst they were playing were when the enemy team had their shields up, they weren't taking them down. They were firing a lot of shots down court, but just not at the shields. So if we see the E-Blacks use quite a lot of shields in this, I actually think that they could come up on top because they're not attacking those shields. So, I don't know, it just looked really interesting to me. They're doing a little huddle, the E-Blacks, what I love to see. And me and Tom are going to do a huddle every time before a game, before we commentate, because I think it'll be very interesting. But I think whoever does the best amount of slides, that's what I think will win.
So basically what I heard from that is you want a cuddle.
I do want a cuddle, and also sliding. I want sliding and cuddles, everyone.
Cuddles and slides. So, okay, who do we think is going to win here? I actually think this is going to be quite a close game.
I think so.
I think it's going to go to the E-Blacks, but I'm only basing that on the scoreboard earlier. I have no real context beyond that.
Okay.
But I know that the E-Blacks have been doing well earlier in the day before they ended up on the main stage, so I'm feeling that they may do well here. Here we go. Double shield coming out.
Oh, double shield.
Rush again. They obviously like that tactic.
And we're off. Are they going to wait for the 10-second mark? Oh no, straight off the sliding shield. Accidentally goes too far forward and tries to throw himself back. Another shield up. 1-0, it's worked in their favour. Oh, do you think that shield's too far back?
I don't know, I think the Morris team are doing a really good job.
Oh, they've just fired straight through it.
They're doing a really good job because they're basically using their double shield tactic to try and get an early lead.
Wow.
So what the E-Blacks need to do is just hammer those shields down. I would be dodging right now. I wouldn't be using my shields. Because when the enemy shield's up, it's actually really easy to hit it whilst you're dodging.
Go straight through, go straight through. Yes, that's what we want to do.
But the E-Blacks are doing great at basically getting those shields down.
Wow, this is a close game. 2-0. This is so fast-paced.
It is. So what the E-Blacks need to do right now is knock that shielder out. That I believe is the player on our closest.
Okay, it's 2-1, 2-all!
Which they've done. So keep the player that's the closest edge of the blue team out, i.e. their shielder.
Let's go, 15 seconds left.
This could go into overtime.
Oh, it could go into overtime. I hope this is our first overtime. 9 seconds, 2-all. 6 seconds.
Good shielding though, from both teams.
2 seconds left. No!
Okay, so overtime. So in 10 seconds, it's going to restart, and it's the first knockout wins.
Okay.
Now, I actually think it's if the E Blacks can dodge, it'll be in their favour because.
I am excited. I'm excited. So it's the first people to get hit, just so you're aware. That's why they're all hiding behind the shield.
Yeah, first knockout loses. I think it's the favours in the E Blacks' favour at the minute. And they did it.
Oh yes!
So the reason I thought they're so happy.
Wow!
So the reason I thought it was in their favour at the end there is with the double shield build coming out of.
That means everything to them.
Yeah, I was about to say with the double shield build coming out of the Morocco team, they had less basically points into the shooting stats, but absolutely well played there.
Wow! I love games like that, and you know what I love more than anything is how much that meant to them. Did you see them jumping up in the air, shouting? It was so good energy.
I mean, that was literally the closest game we've had all day.
Such good energy. Not so my English then. So good energy.
So good energy. But no, I mean,
such good energy.
That was the closest game we've had all day. It went to overtime, and it was absolutely amazing. Let's look at these highlights.
Oh, see there, this is what I said. They accidentally went too far with that slide at the beginning, and he had to push himself back because he actually found himself in front of his shield, which is not a good place to be in when you're really going on a, well, if you're getting a lot of barrage towards your shield, it's not a good place to be in. Because the one thing is, when you do put up a shield, if a team is well drilled, they will just go for that shield. So if you're in front of it, you're just going to get knocked out and lose anything for your team.
100%. It's sometimes difficult to get your spacing right because the petals are slightly further forward of your head, and it's your head motion that they track, by the way. They're slightly further forward in your head, so you can be slightly forward, and the petals can actually be inside or beyond the shield.
Yes, oh, and you can tell how much it meant to them because they literally dropped that headset off of their shoulders straight onto their necks. Good thing they're wearing the actual lasso around their neck so it actually holds it, because that could have been terrible. It would have ended up on the floor.
100%. I mean, you can see that the rest of the team on the side was so happy when they won it as well.
And also, English isn't working today for me. It's a lanyard.
It's a lanyard, yeah, exactly.
The lasso.
All right, here
Cowboys and Indians.
Here we've got our Synthwaves buddies from Taipei coming back out. And they're going to be up against France, who I don't think we've seen play yet today.
I haven't seen France play yet.
Yeah, and we know France can be a good team.
I saw them training the other day. They are really good.
Any thoughts on what their tactics might be?
I haven't really seen. I think they were practicing with mainly just a barrage of shooting, but I haven't actually seen openly what they're like. Okay,
well, we'll see what happens. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if they go. Everyone's doing a shield build, so we'll see a shield build probably coming out.
Yeah, I think so.
If not, you will hear me get excited because I like
open shootouts.
I like straight shootouts.
Yeah, so do I. No shields, just go at it. That's it.
So the thing is, with the shields, it's the number of shots that hit them rather than the strength of the shot. So I would often take a build that would be like 4 charge, which means I can put more shots out. And it means also, if they don't do a shield build, I can put pressure to make them move around the core and keep them moving, keep people agile.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of preferred style that I used to play. That being said, the shield builds are working really well today, and everyone's doing such a good job with them. You know, it's tough to deal with.
Well, it is. And one thing I do like is we saw quite a lot in the high competitive sides. They're matching the shields. They're just putting it straight in front of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you've got a shield. Fine, I'm going to put my shield right in front of yours. That's the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, it literally counts as it. Like, if someone puts a shield up and you've put your shield up slightly after, in front of it, you generally will have a slight advantage because, your shield will last slightly longer if you're good at taking the other shield out.
Yes.
What I would say, there was a couple of times people were putting shields up and then still leaving them too long. You should definitely try and focus them down, unless it's a bad position and you can get around it.
Yeah, actually, that could work more in your favour than taking it down if it's in a bad position. So these stats are also, we've got a big shield build on the red side here, which is France. Okay, are they going to use it? Let's see. Oh, bad head movement from the beginning there, 1-0. France needs to move. I think he's just realised this, that he actually needs to move. That was, I think it was a bit of a not really thinking off the beginning of that.
So it looks like a double shield build, but it's an interesting one because what the France team has done is they've put the shields at a separate side of the court, and I'm not sold on that. Because although it gives the one guy on their team who's to shoot like 2 positions to shoot from, you're better off just putting all your shields in front of him so he doesn't have to move.
Of course, and the thing is, unfortunately, that shield guy on the left-hand side who put the first one up is not their best dodger.
Yeah, so when you put a shield up as well, if you are the shielder, your job isn't just to shield. What you need to be doing is drawing fire and dodging. Like that was a good example actually. The player closest to us in the French team was a shielder.
Yeah.
He stood out in the open, took some shots in his direction, but didn't get hit by them. Because that's how you can shield your team as well, by drawing fire.
Yes. And that's the biggest thing, you know, what I was talking about earlier. What actually could work not in your favour from just shooting a shield down. If someone's put a shield in a really bad position and they're hiding behind it, let them have it because they think they're safe. Go around the side and fire and get round the shield because they think they're safe behind it. So they'll just sit and stand still. It's one of the best players to actually shoot it.
What I'm going to say is, well credited to France here for staying in it as well as they have done. There's
Wow.
only 2 points in it. That was actually a very good play.
Yeah.
They actually had a chance there, if I'm being honest.
Yes. Wow, wow. Colourful tops, really colourful tops.
I do think there was an element of, and this can happen, is where you get your eye in on somebody,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, you know, you can knock that person out repeatedly, and I think that might have happened a couple of times in that game.
It's all interesting on the Western Front. Very good. Well, the Eastern Front. Yeah. What have we got next then? So we've got Scotland versus Turkey next. That'll be a good game. You know why? Because of how close they were to Japan.
Turkey have been very dominant in all the games that we've seen so far,
Yeah.
but of all the teams that could beat them, I actually think Scotland stand a good chance.
I think the exact same. You know, you're thinking just like me, because I'm sat there going, well, Scotland, they did, when we were watching them, we've always known them, you know, we've always known these players. They've never really been the top of the top, but they've never really been the bottom either. They've been good players.
They've also been playing a long time, right? And they're very calm under pressure.
Yeah.
So I think there's an element of if they can stay cool like they did against Japan.
Yes.
And they've been around long enough to be able to deal with most of the tactics that occur. I do think, however, my only concern with the Scottish team, if I'm being honest, is that they kind of have a tactic and they're sticking to it.
Yeah.
Which I think is the right thing for them to do, because as I say, they're a relatively...
People can read it.
Yeah, but they're a relatively sort of recently put together squad. So although they've got a lot of experience in the team, they've not necessarily got the most experience working together.
As teamwork.
So it's very difficult to come up with about 4 different tactics when you've got that sort of dynamic.
Yeah.
So I think that what they've done is they've chosen a tactic they know they can do well.
Do you know what?
Drilled that.
I'm going to throw a curveball out here. I think Scotland are going to win.
Okay.
I think they are. And the reason why is because of how well they did against Japan, but also they've gotten so much more accurate.
Turkey have been winning the games, but exactly that. Scotland could get some knockouts, right?
Yeah.
And really put them on the back foot.
I think so.
And that's all they'll need at the start, is if they can just get 1 or 2, maybe 3 points before Turkey can get their kind of act together.
I am excited for this match.
And the other thing, again, expect some if the Turkey's doing a shield build, expect them to do a diving slide and things like that. And I know it sounds silly, but if you know that that's what might come, it makes it easier to predict and to hit them.
Yes, this is what we were talking about earlier, is you had a lot of movement from Shanghai when you were with him before. He had a lot of movement, but he was doing the same thing. So
Yeah.
all he was doing, he was shooting in that place, knowing where he was going to be, and he was going to be there routinely.
Oh, 100%.
That's where I think they're going to go wrong.
We'll see. Again, it's one of those things that all of the Turkish players are strong, which means that you're not quite sure at any particular moment what each of them's going to pull off.
Yes.
So if you get too focused on one of them, there could be that you're getting shot by somebody else in the opposite team.
Yeah, correct. But I really don't know. Okay,
Here we go.
Game's on. I'm going for Scotland. Come on, Scotland. Ooh, okay, head movement already. Oh, great head movement on there. They're targeting the guy on the right-hand side quite harshly. Shield's gone up. 1-0 Turkey.
Okay, so Turkey are trying to target Dan, I think, because they know he's a good shot.
Where are the shields?
Oh, Scotland delaying it on purpose. Or is it? No, I mean, I think it's partly because the guy in the middle got knocked out a couple of times.
Oh, okay, and again, it's just left and right work, just left and right. You need to move more.
Turkey's aim is really good.
Okay,
And
shield's good there.
They have an assassin that's moving about the court. He's currently on the front left of the court.
Yeah.
He's good at dodging, but he's getting them knockouts with a very large orb.
Yeah.
So he's taking his time, getting his energy up, and then coming in forward like now and going for the knockouts.
Yeah, that's the thing. But the thing is, the bigger the orbit, the energy would not go up as quick.
Yeah, but he's doing a job. So basically, the other 2 teammates.
Oh, there you go,
keep them
knocked out.
busy.
There you go. That's all he wants. He wants to
just
sit the
going for
throat. He's just doing it again. He's going to go left again. He's going to go for Dan. He's done it again.
It's player 4. I want to see a score at the end because I feel like he's got
18 seconds left.
9 knockouts from player 4. He is definitely the threat.
Yeah.
So if I was Scotland or any other teams, I would work out
Just
who that
keep hitting
is
him. Just
and
keep hitting
target
him.
So there you go. That's my secret tip for any of the teams watching the stream.
5 seconds left.
Target the Turkish player with the red tape on his knees.
That is it. Wow, 17-2. Great game.
Look at that, 12 knockouts from one player.
This is because of the size of the orb.
Yeah. So he is definitely an assassin build where he's taking a very large orb. He's charging his charging is slow.
Great head movement.
But what he's doing is he's hanging at the back, getting his charge up to get like 6 shots with his large orb, and then he'll walk to a good position. The other team's mates on his team are allowing him to get somewhere, like be at the front left or front right. At which point, from there, he can do a cross shot on somebody, and he's trying not to draw attention to himself.
Yeah.
And because he's not active on the front line the whole time, it's very difficult to notice him. He's basically blending in.
Yes, but that's what we want to see. We want to see different betas like this. You know?
100%.
People are playing in totally different ways, which we're not used to, and it's great.
It's the same reason that the Team USA team has a player called Ghost, and his nickname's Ghost because he was like a ghost. We always used to come up when we played against him, like you forgot he was there. And then all of a sudden, like he blended into the background, you just get knocked out from somewhere.
All the time.
So, that sort of play does work really well. I think the Turkish player got it off really well. And again, it's not always easy to work that out during a game. Like we can see it easily from the sort of here because we can see the stats and stuff. But when you're playing it, it's not easy.
You can't see any of it because you're not looking at a well-rounded view. You're looking at it from that point of view. You're going, okay, that's there, but I can't see anything else because you get tunnel vision.
No, 100%.
You look straight down, you go, oh, I don't know what's going on, how do we work it, where do we need to? And then it goes, whoa, it's just all of a sudden there, and you can't adjust to it. And also, adrenaline.
Yeah,
people don't realise, watching it, you don't go,
there's
oh,
so
okay,
much stress.
Adrenaline. You get so much stress, especially when you're tied up and someone's counting on you and the team. What happens is you get knocked out, your stress levels go straight to the top. You go, right, I've just let the team down by doing that. It just happens in your head.
Yeah, I mean, we often talk about pressure being a big thing in this game. So if you find yourself under pressure and you're getting shot repeatedly, right, you need to up your dodging and trust your teammates.
Yeah.
And you are taking the pressure at that point off your team. But fundamentally, it's really stressful, as you say, because if you do get knocked out, all of a sudden you know that pressure is just switching from you onto somebody else.
Yes.
And you need to get back into a sensible fashion. We've not seen it at all today, but I mean, one thing to note is when you do get knocked out, people know you're out for 3 seconds. So you can't even stop when you're out. You have to just keep dodging. So they can't knock you out as soon as you're back in.
Yeah, because one thing that happens sometimes when someone gets knocked out or something happens and it's not good for you to do, is people put their arms down and stay in one spot, like you said.
100%.
They'll get knocked out, they'll get frustrated, throw their arms down, but then as soon as they get back, they'll be knocked out again.
So here we go. We've got Hong Kong versus Moorish.
Here we go.
So that's obviously Hong Kong, China versus Morocco.
Yeah.
So this will be an interesting game. I think, again, this could be a close one. I'm not 100% who's going to take it. So we've seen both these teams playing before. I think it could go either way, if I'm being honest.
Okay. I like the way you think, Tom.
It could be a draw, even. Like it's that. I feel that level. I mean, I might have even disproved it in the second where one team absolutely dominates the other one.
It's like we don't know what we're talking about, to be honest. Yeah,
it's difficult because the thing is, even if you see a team play, they've got extra people in their squad, so they can switch out.
So we never really see those people, yeah?
Oh, 100%. But
okay.
Looks like they're moving quite quickly into getting this started. So
that's what we want. Move into it.
Again, I can't even predict what's going to happen in this one. I'm keeping an eye on people's wrists and stuff, but no one's giving anything away. Obviously, this guy stood closest to us. He's got his arm down, but I think he's just relaxing. You can normally tell the difference between someone relaxing and someone who's like prepping a shield. Because to prep a shield, you actively have to kind of keep it vertically straight down. It's a bit of an unnatural look.
That's why some people would go down on one hand. Like they're going to do a race start or something.
Here we go. Right, we do have a bit of an interesting one. So we've got mostly a shooter.
Okay.
There was an assassin.
This is what we want to see.
There's an assassin on blue team. There is a level 5 shielder on the Hong Kong team. And there he is. He's come to the front right.
Let's have a look. Let's see what happens.
So what Morocco needs to do is just focus fire those shields down. Get rid of them.
Oh, and he needs to charge more.
So at the minute, Morocco are not taking those shields down well enough.
Okay, now, well.
There we go.
And Morocco's shields are good. No one's aiming for those shields. Go for those shields. Wow, the crowd is really shouting there.
I was about to say, both teams need to be better at taking shields down, but other than that, doing really well.
Let's go. Look at the shields.
That was a good position, that one. It's a good movement forward to get there.
When in doubt, shield.
Morocco are doing well, and I think they've got the shield advantage, although...
Oh, wow, 4-1.
Yeah, Hong Kong's still got 3 shields.
4-2.
On their biggest shielder.
See, this is how quick it can change.
If he uses those 3 shields well over the next 30 seconds, they've got a chance to pull it back.
It's 2-4. Just got to take out that player on the far right side. 2-5.
But again, player 5 is not who I'll be going for right now. I'll be going for player 6.
Yeah.
I think he's actually the better shot.
Yes, because player 6 isn't moving.
He's their assassin. Or is it? Or it might be player 4. I can't tell which one they're shooting.
Player 5 here. Oh wow, 7 seconds left. 3-7.
Yeah, it's player 6 on the
3 seconds left. And game over. Very good.
Well played, well played. But again, there, if you see player 6 scored 6 of the knockouts.
Yeah.
So I would have targeted him mercilessly because
Just stop him doing the hits.
if all the shots are coming from one person, all the knockouts, I should say, then knock them out. Because if they're out of the game for 3 seconds every time you knock them out,
That
you knock
means
them
they're
out
not
5
doing the
times.
shots. Yeah, they're not doing the shots.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's more debilitating than that because while you're knocked out, you can't charge. So not only have you got somebody out of the game for 15 seconds, but that's 15 seconds less charge that they've got. Especially for someone like that, that's an assassin build, can be absolutely detrimental.
Exactly. The person who's going to be their top person knocking them out, if they're not in the game, they're going to not do anything.
100%.
That's where the points come from.
But yeah, I mean, well played both teams.
But also what we saw was on that right-hand side was they had one guy with one petal, everyone was targeting. But guess what? They couldn't hit.
They didn't hit him, yeah.
No, because he kept dodging, but everyone went, oh, I'm going to go for that person. Actually, what they could have done better, Hong Kong, was they go, oh, I need to go for that person in the middle who's barely moving.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what they need to look at.
The thing is, if you're not getting somebody, like, you need to change it up because 9 times out of 10, the way you're going to get a knockout is on somebody that doesn't know it's coming.
Yeah.
So cross the court shots are really effective.
Yeah.
So if I'm on the right hand side of the court and I'm failing to hit the person directly in front of me, I will just switch left and I'll fire a shot in that direction.
Yeah, diagonal shooting.
You want to shoot people that you're not fighting because the people you're fighting straight up
are looking elsewhere.
Are looking like they
the
can
ones
see
you're
it coming.
looking at you. Yeah.
So you want to help your teammates out and shoot across the pitch. Fundamentally, it's the equivalent of flanking in a situation where you're not allowed onto their court.
Yeah, which is good. At the end of the day, what that does is it keeps them, takes them by surprise for one, but then you're knocking out people who's potentially trying to knock out your teammates.
Yeah,
so it
exactly.
works in 2 favours.
Exactly, and then it frees your teammate up to do a cross shot as well.
Exactly. So then you're both able to basically snipe the other team.
Because the thing is, when one player goes out, all the team will often switch to the next player. So the ultimate is where you knock a person out, switch to the next, you just keep knocking them out. And it means your focus fire becomes almost, you don't have to communicate it. All right, here we go. So we're going to have a very exciting one. Red Dragon versus Strike, who is another Chinese team. So we've got a China team versus the Chinese Taipei team. My money's on the Red Dragons because I think that
I like Red Dragons.
Based on the sort of stats and stuff we've seen so far, I think they are generally doing a bit better.
Okay.
That being said, Chinese Taipei is a few games that we've seen recently. They've actually been very good. So that could go either way here.
I'm going for China.
That's fair. I mean, as I say, I still prefer the tops of the Taipei team.
Yeah, they are nice.
If I keep saying it, do you reckon they'll get me one made?
I think.
Just turn up next time. Yeah. Are you biased? No.
No.
Did you get bribed with the top?
You're just sat wearing their jersey.
Yeah. But no, I do think this one's likely to go to the Chinese team.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean, they're both Chinese, but
you
know what I mean?
You can't say this because I said Red Dragon.
Well,
yeah,
that's true. All right. Well, in that case, I'll back Retro Wave.
Good. I'm going for China. So.
Yeah, I was about to say, China's definitely going to win in some form or other.
It's going to be 9 draws.
I don't think, because it can't really have a proper draw because it's going to go to overtime. And overtime just goes on for so long. Maybe they'll just stop at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I've never seen it, but
I've seen an overtime go on for longer than the match.
Oh wow!
One time.
No way. That's insane.
It happened once, and I was just like, I think whoever gives up energy first is going to win. If that makes sense.
Whoever falls to the floor, loses.
Again, we've got some crowd
and signs. We've got signs.
Signage going on at the front. Everyone seems to be very happy. Everyone's looking relaxed again. Nothing's being given away by body language that I can see. Again, I'd expect some shield builds coming out because we've seen them a lot today. But again,
look at this stretch. Oh, going down. Crazy.
Just warming up. I love the fact that they're just warming up with moves that I'm like, I'd do that once. I'd save that to do that once in a mission once.
That was my signature move.
Yeah, I did it. Hey.
At
the end of the day,
that was your fatality
in the final match. Yeah,
because you're not.
So you're not going to get a wheelchair ready. I'll do one slide once. Oh, look at these guys. But yeah, but again, you can see they're wearing knee pads. They're wearing sort of specifically like the material on their legs that's designed to help them slide across the floor.
Yeah, also stops
low friction. Yeah. So it stops. Yeah, exactly. Stops friction bursts and stuff like that, but also gives them the ability to slide further.
Back in our day, we just used to get cuts and bruises.
Yes, there was less sliding as well. Sliding on a concrete floor was not ideal. Yeah. But here we go. So, Red Dragons versus Chinese Taipei.
Here we go.
What's the audience saying? We've got some Chinese flags in the online.
Oh, lovely!
Stream.
Love to see it. That's good. Anyone saying any questions?
Chinese flags.
Any questions? Anyone asking anything specifically?
Not on the minute.
No. Okay.
I could probably scroll up more, but
no.
I'm trying to keep current in case I miss anything.
Keep relevant.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Well, we're all ready. Just waiting for them. I think they're having some calibration issues.
Okay.
So what we do is we're just waiting for them to get that sorted. That's exactly what we want.
I got handed a sweet earlier, and I'm not even joking. I've spent 45 minutes on it so far trying to work out how to unwrap it. So at some point today, you may hear me go, I've done it.
Okay, that is unwrapped.
I don't think it is. What's that?
I think that's edible. Personally, I think that's edible.
All right, well, we'll find out in a minute, guys, if I'm eating plastic or if I'm eating part of the sweet.
Everyone, just to let you know, this is the really interesting pre-match entertainment, which is Tom chewing an edible wrapper, which I think is edible. And
this is the most chewy thing. This is possibly a mistake.
Yeah, so unfortunately, everyone, you're going to have to deal with my voice probably for a lot, and I do apologise. It is the over-excitable voice. And they're about to start. What have we got here then? Ooh, we do have a big shield board on the red team.
See one on the blue team as well.
Okay. Oh, straight off the up. I thought that was a straight knockout there. Wow, that person in the middle of the Chinese team is getting targeted quite heavy there. Oh, yeah, that's it. 1 point for the team on the blue team. Oh, wow.
China, I think, will have the advantage as long as the game goes on because they've got more charge. Yeah. So if they can weather the storm of the shields, they're going to do better.
But Taipei there, did you see that coming off? It's 2-1. Wow, 3-1.
Could we have an upset here? Come on.
They're focusing the people in the middle. There's a man in the middle of the court who isn't moving very much, and they're attacking him quite heavily. They've kind of like pointed him out.
They've got their eye in, basically.
Yeah. The person on the far left of the court is moving loads with that one pencil. Look at him go. He's like a fish out of water, Tom.
I feel like he's trying to pull it back for his team.
He's trying to. 2-3.
30 seconds left. Can they do it?
They've got to get it back. They've got to hit that. Don't go for that player on the floor. He's too good at dodging. There's a point where you look at someone doing that, you go, right, I need to move.
He's also their assassin build, so he's doing a really good job of dodging.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's carrying the team, but he's definitely
he's
the
pulled
MVP.
this back. This is great. You've got to attack them. You've got to go for it. Oh, they've saved their shields for the last 5 seconds. 5-3. What a comeback. 6-3. Wow. Wow.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at the scores there, mostly happening in the second half of the game for the Chinese team. That's hard. That's hard to do as well because basically you've got to, you're on the back foot.
Stay cool.
You've got to stay cool, stay calm, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Cool as a cucumber.
Again,
that's what you got to be.
That Chinese player that was on the front of the court.
Wow.
Really well played. I mean, really well played to everyone, but like specifically, he seemed to be pulling out some brilliant moves.
So good. That's what you want to see. We need action and thrillers and rolling.
What I would say as well.
No rolling.
Rolling.
Okay, good. Yeah, thanks.
What I would say as well is there's always, about Hado that's interesting, is there's always so much going on the court at every particular time. Because unlike a sport where you have just like a football or a puck or something, where there's normally like 1 or 2 people interacting with that bit at a time.
Yes.
It's literally every single player on the entire pitch can like alter and affect what's going to happen for the rest of the game for everyone else.
It's just the dodge, you know what? The dodging and head movement from that player. What player is that on the far right side there? Player 2. Player 2 was unbelievably good at dodging down. So if I'd have been looking at player 2, then I think I would have been sick.
So the thing that I was most impressed with player 2 is not only were they good at dodging, but they're in a build that I don't think they've got necessarily a high charge rate. So it's tough to dodge that well whilst keeping your arm upright. Because because it's not upright to you, it's upright to the ground, if that makes sense. So when your body is like at a 45 degrees angle, you've got to adjust where your arm position is.
Okay, so we're currently just taking a little break here, a little tiny bit, because there's a ambulance coming through.
Hopefully everyone's all right.
Yeah, I hope any of the players on the other side are okay.
Maybe it was a hydration issue. Remember to stay
Maybe,
hydrated,
yeah,
everyone.
Keep drinking water, but hopefully the person who's involved in that is okay.
Here we go. It's the E-Blacks up next versus
France. Hado, France. Let's go.
Do you think we're going to get a double shield build coming out of France?
Do you think they'll do the same thing?
We've seen them use it a few times before.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you think they'll do the same thing?
Do you know what? I think I've seen a French team use 3 shields before during a European Cup.
What? Really?
It was a long time ago, but I remember it happening and being very surprised at the time.
Did it come off for them?
No, they lost. But so I don't think they're going to do that, but I think they might stick with their 2 shield build plan.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. You know, if it works for them, do it. If it doesn't, then it's questionable.
I think you do need to spread them out sensibly, because the problem is, so there is one thing with shields that I don't think a lot of people take advantage of, which is the longer they're up, they do degrade a little bit, so you have to shoot them less.
Yeah.
So if you put 2 shields up at the start, but no one's shooting it, and then no shields.
What?
From the French team.
They have really told us.
Yeah.
And no one's shooting. Oh,
look at that. Look at
that. They're going to high charge again and dodge, and then they're going to fire again.
They get New Zealand credit, to give New Zealand credit. The French team are really happy to experiment. But to give the New Zealand team credit, they just
look at the firing. Oh my goodness. Wow. What would you do if all of that came at you? I don't know what I did. Look at this, doing so well to dodge it. Oh, he's got him 1-all. It's working.
But they've got their shields up now, so it's going to be tough, because the French team don't have loads of charge. They've got okay amounts of charge, but not loads.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
I think this is going to go to the E-Blacks. The longer this game goes on, normally it's the other way around, but in this case, I think if they can weather it a little bit more, they're going to do well.
I love the entertainment side of things, though, because there's all those barrage of those big orbs. Just don't know what to do.
Again, you've got to give the French credit for innovation and try stuff out.
Crazy, but so slow. That's not what you want, really.
Yeah, I mean, what they're going for
15
is
seconds left.
They're going for that flak approach of getting so many in the area that you can't dodge it.
Yeah. Wow. 9 seconds left. 8-1. I've got to give them credit to the E-Blacks. They did so well to dodge all of that. Because if that came, I think I would have just cried. I think I just froze and cried.
I was about to say, they remained calm. And also, credit to player 2, 6 knockouts, whoever that was on the E-Blacks. But again, France always bringing the entertaining plays. We love it. And we got it wrong. We were like, they're going to do some shields.
Yeah,
no,
and they
no
didn't
shields.
do anything. No shields. I can't believe it. Oh. Who's next? Well, Tom's currently checking whilst I ramble on about something. Okay, so last game. Very good.
According to this, that might have been the last game.
It was the last game.
So we might be going to knockout rounds at some point once people work it out.
I think we're going to maybe take a little break, who knows? So I'll let you guys, keep you guys know.
If they get us some stats about who's going through to the final round, we can start doing some
we'll be able to tell you.
But at the moment, okay, so who's your favourite team that you've seen so far today?
So, favourite team, Japan. They were so good.
Who's your most entertaining team that you've seen so far today?
France, after that game. Look at this, look at it, look at all those orbs. I can't say anyone else. Like,
fair.
I don't know what I would have done if all that would have come at me. I would have just rolled over.
Okay, so here's the next question. Who do you think is the second best team that you've seen today? That are most likely to challenge Japan?
Korea. Okay. Okay, well, what we're going to do then, guys, is we're actually going to say goodbye now till
about 3 hours. 3 hours from now, 6 p.m.
6
local
p.m.
time to Shanghai. So 3 hours from wherever you are.
Yes.
And then we're going to come back with the next series of games and the knockouts, etc., and find out who is the ultimate winner at the World Cup.
Yes.
Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream so far. Please join us again later if you have.
Yep. Please join us later, and see you later from wonderful Will and terrific Tom. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.
对，可以过一过了，享受一下比赛了。
我觉得他们的这个反馈的信息也很重要，也让我们看看有没有一些让小白们体验的环节，可以怎么样去写出和方式。因为刚才有朋友跟我说，在某一个比赛是打巨龙，对不对？
巨龙呢，因为他的技术手势已经过了没有，可以看到我们比赛场前是有超音速，对，用那个技术才可以实现技能的。他那个首先是没有了异步技术。
2025 Hado 世冠杯首次登陆中国，全球20支超能战队集结上海，G世代 A2 竞技王者决战东方之巅。
Hado final。
5月23日至5月25日，上海北外滩，沉浸未来运动。